12 million people have chosen America. Now America wants to choose them.
Help us amend the Constitution.
They're trying to make an amendment or get an amendment passed that would allow people born in other countries to become president of the United States.
That's how Arnold Schwarzenegger can be the president.
Lisa Morgenthaler Jones is the president of the organization, and she started this effort after hearing Arnold Schwarzenegger say he'd love the chance to run for president of the United States someday. E2.
And I thought, you know, he's done everything but send up smoke signals saying he'd like this. So we started it the next day. We told Arnold about it 3 days later. And he was really pleased, and that was last August, and here we are today.
That's a good one.
I like it very much.
That's a good one.
She says that we should not worry about some sort of evil foreign person worming his way into the White House, E3.
As one professor, John Yinger of Syracuse University, put it, he said, a sneaky native-born is more likely to get past voters in this country than a sneaky foreign-born.
How do you figure that?
I don't know, but that's what she had to say.
Why is she so into Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, she got to meet him, see?
It's a little creepy.
That's what I figured. Oh, I'm a big Arnold fan. It's my way of getting to meet him.
I saw Arnold. He was like, I don't think you should allow someone who's only been living here 5-6 years, but someone who has been living here 20 years, 3 months.
Someone who marries a Kennedy.
Right. 20 years, 3 months, and 3 seconds should be allowed.
Someone in shape.
Really? I mean, I'm like kind of describing that he has all the qualifications.
Right, and maybe you should make it a time limit like his.
Right.
And there's a new governor in New Jersey.
Thank God.
Richard Cody. He's the acting governor of New Jersey right now. And
what is he, a homo?
No, he's not. That guy left.
No, this guy's all man, Cody.
E4 is him saying this is a bittersweet moment for him. E4.
Certainly, I never wanted to be
bittersweet. That sounds a little gay.
governor under these circumstances. The reason why I had a private swearing in is the circumstances.
Yeah, so he privately swore himself into the governor's office, and now he says he has some big plans for the state. Meanwhile, Governor McGreevey, who just stepped down, his friends are predicting that he'll eventually reemerge as a gay rights advocate.
All right.
We look forward to that reemergence. Over the weekend at the box office, the #1 movie was once again The Incredibles. It has now made $144 million at the box office, a $51 million second weekend. That's not too shabby.
Wow.
So beating out Polar Express, which was #2, the Tom Hanks film, it made $23.5 million. Robert Zemeckis is the director of that film, and he talks about believing in the spirit of Christmas in A4.
We long for the time when we believed in Christmas and everything that it represents.
Come on, dude. Say something real.
Hey, doesn't that Polar Express look creepy to you a little bit?
I said it's scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the way they zoom out and those characters look very strange.
I don't know what's going on there.
I don't either.
I don't care.
You don't want to see The Incredibles yet, Howard?
I mean, I'd see it, but
You'd
I don't
like The Incredibles because it's superheroes.
Yeah. I don't know.
I want to check it out, I think.
I take my superheroes very seriously.
And they're seriously good in The Incredibles.
I'll go see it.
Yeah. Pierce Brosnan was in something called After the Sunset, and he was asked if he thinks he'd make a good thief in real life. B3.
Oh, I don't have the bottle for it. No. I like doing it in the movies. I mean, that's one of the joys of being an actor.
Yes,
no,
I get to... Oh, I don't have the bottle for it. No. I like doing it in the movies. I mean, that's one of the joys of being an actor. I get to live out...
Oh, he's a bore.
You know, every time we play something from him, it's
I'm sure to chicks he's a good-looking guy, but you got to put up with that bore fest. You know, sometimes an uglier guy's better.
It was funny because I was watching him do one of these interviews, and I said, yeah, it's much better when you can look at him.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Tilly is in Bride of Chucky, which came in at #5 at the box office this weekend. Here she talks about her co-star Redman being well-behaved during their kissing scenes. A2.
He's the first person in my entire life that I had kissing scenes with that didn't slip me the tongue. The first person in my entire life. He's like just a total gentleman.
He's a puppet.
She slips me.
No. Redman is a guy.
I've kissed her in a movie. She slips you the tongue. She's the one who gets out of line.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She
and
also
it's
says
welcome.
that Jim Carrey behaved himself when he was kissing her some years ago. A3.
When I kissed Jim Carrey in Liar Liar, he didn't give me any tongue, but it was supposed to be like I was assaulting him anyway. He was doing a flailing thing, like it was very abhorrent to him to be kissed by Jennifer Tilly. He's a fine actor, that Jim Carrey. I always look forward to my love scenes and my sex scenes in movies because God knows I don't usually get it at home.
And finally this morning, Lynn Cheney, the wife of the vice president, has written another book. It's called When Washington Crossed the Delaware, a wintertime story for young patriots.
Well, she's coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah. She says, when Washington crossed the Delaware is a good way to teach children what gifts are really all about. D1.
At a time of year when kids are fixed on presents and paper and ribbon, this is a way to talk about another kind of gift, the gift that these heroic men gave us.
Yeah, kids really want to learn that lesson.
Yeah, way to bore the kids to death.
Yeah, kids can really learn a great lesson. You know what? Who cares?
She says she tells this story to her grandkids, D2.
Yeah. Most people's grandkids are going to end up dying in a war pretty soon, so they figure why waste time raising them good.
Thanks.
Our kids ain't going.
This particular tale is one that I like to talk to my own grandchildren about because it's one of those
I thought the daughter was gay. When did they get
No,
grandchildren?
they have 3 daughters.
They're not gay?
No, 2 of them aren't, I don't think.
times when an individual made such a difference that looked like we weren't going to win the revolution.
I wonder if the gay one's going to have some grandchildren.
Could be. Anything's possible. Anyway, that's what's happening, folks.
Okay. All right. I heard it all. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. We'll have more F-Emmies for you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
The new music alternative, 92.3 K-Rock.
I vowed today I'd get off the air by 10 o'clock. Now I see it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
My name is David, right? Yeah, okay. Interestingly, we started off selling lemonade, and nobody wanted any part of the show. You know, the only one that agreed to do in the first series was a guy named George Steinbrenner.
Right.
Who's a friend of mine, Howard.
Now everybody's on the show.
No, now we have General Motors just signed up. Everybody. We have.
What is it, Baba Booey?
The plugs are unbelievable. I got to tell you, I was going to ask them like how much they get. For instance, last week's show, right?
Right.
The thing that they have to do is they have to open up a bridal salon for 4 hours, and who can sell the most dresses. So they start at Tavern on the Green. Welcome to Tavern on the Green, the finest restaurant in New York City where many weddings take place. And that's it. Tavern on the Green has nothing to do with it. Then the team that wins, and I can't remember the name, it's a really famous jeweler in New York. They win
Graff.
They win $50,000.
It's called Graff Jewelers, and they paid dearly if that's what you're asking.
And there's like a 6-minute.
How much do they pay? I mean, because
well, they paid a lot, but you know, they also, more importantly, they gave $50,000 to the contestants of Graff Jewelers. Now, you know, $50,000 at Graff buys you maybe a really poor set of cufflinks.
Right.
These people were trying on.
You know, when I said you're getting $50,000 to buy various, jewelry, their eyes opened up. But you know, when they got there, they said there's nothing for sale for $50,000.
How much jewelry do you buy your girlfriend?
Not much.
Fiance.
No, I'm not a big believer in that, Howard, because they have to love you for you.
Hey, what's with your son getting married? I saw that.
He's getting married, yeah.
Why are you letting him
He's
do
a good
that?
boy. Well, he's marrying a good girl,
No,
so
please.
so I'm
Sounds
happy
like,
about it.
we all have to make that mistake when we're young.
Well, it doesn't have to be a mistake, but usually it is, Robin.
I felt kind of bad for you. I read your daughter's dating a guy named Bingo.
She's dating a guy named Bingo.
What is a guy named Bingo?
I have a daughter who is so beautiful, Robin.
Right.
That she's like, she blows every, when you talk about the other girls that you talk about. I mean, this girl she was a tremendously successful model. Then she turned it off and went immediately to college.
Right.
She became a great student. She was always a great student, and she's great. So, yeah, she's got a boyfriend named Bingo.
What does Bingo do?
Bingo, I'm not sure he has to do anything, Robin.
Do you hate him?
He's a wasp from Bedminster.
Do you hate him?
No, I don't. I think he's a nice boy.
Tell the truth.
No, he's very nice.
That's not who you want.
He's very nice. Listen to you, Howard.
I know you.
How do you know what I want?
I don't hear you raving about Bingo.
So anyway, Howard.
Oh, Bingo.
There is some adversity in his life.
There's always nothing ever goes totally.
So does your boy have a prenup?
Well, he will have.
He will.
I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Whether he wants it or not, he will have a prenup.
Is it a rich broad he's marrying?
Yeah, she's okay.
Yeah.
She's okay, but she's beautiful. And
what
she's
does she
nice,
do?
And And she's really a good girl.
What does she do?
Do you like the family?
She was a model, and now she's a successful something. But I like the family. The family's good. Father's a lawyer.
I saw the picture of the girl in the paper. Very attractive.
Yes.
She's a great girl, actually. So I think he did very well.
But Howard, how rich is his son in the sense that, like, I don't know what he does for a living, and
His son works for him.
So does that mean, like, when he turns 21, Donald hands over a bunch of money?
Yeah, how are you going to work that?
You know, Howard, I don't know how you feel about this, but I've seen some tragedies, and I don't know how much time you have, but I mean, a friend of mine had 4 children. He was doing very, very well. He gave away, he was worth probably $60 million, so he wasn't like, worth like a lot of money.
Right.
60.
Right.
He gave each one of his 4 children $10 million apiece. That was in 1988.
Okay.
When the real estate depression happened, okay, he went to his children. He had a $70 million bank loan. He could have bought it out for $20 million. He went to his children. He said, kids, I love you very much. I'm going to need some of the money back to buy out the bank loan. They wouldn't do it.
Wow.
Oh. They wouldn't do it. And they said to him, Dad, we don't know what's going to happen to you. We're not sure. How many loans are there beyond this one? We're not giving you back any money. You gave it to us. You shouldn't ask for it back.
No.
He ended up surviving by the skin of his teeth because he's a smart guy.
Right.
And he survived. And I saw him the other day for the first time in 5 years. And he said, I said to him, Jim, how are your children? He said, I don't have any children. They died.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Unbelievable, right?
Well, but wouldn't you be the same way?
No, my attitude is when I go, I'm going to leave my children $6 billion. And, if that's not good enough, I mean, the only risk is, Howard, that
they kill you.
They kill you.
Right.
That's right.
Do you think your kids will kill you?
The only risk is they don't want, hey, Howard, the only risk is they don't want you to be too healthy.
Well, yeah, or their spouses knock you off. Because...
My attitude is when you go, you leave it, and you have and then you say, kids, have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and along the way, you probably help them out here and there when you want to.
But, honestly, hey, look, I have great kids, but that story had a huge impact on me because I saw it happening, and I couldn't believe what was happening. And this father was really, I thought the kids loved him and all, and they wouldn't give him anything.
Wow, they're monsters.
Donald,
Yes.
you do have at least your one son working for you.
Right.
So...
No, he does very well. He gets a beautiful salary, and he's doing a very good job. And someday,
you're buying all the kids' apartments.
I'll have all my kids will work for me eventually, and I think that's good. If they want to, if they like it.
Yeah.
By the way, if they don't like it, I don't want them to work for me because they won't be any good at it. But
I'll work for you.
Donald Jr. likes it.
Yes.
And I think that's great. But, my attitude is it's very complicated. It's very complicated also to give money away. You know that.
But you won't give Bingo a job.
We'll see how that all works out.
But Howard, does Donald Jr. say like Donald?
Do you feel Bingo is sleeping with your daughter?
Well,
in that apartment you just bought her?
Yeah, I certainly hope in the apartment.
It's got to be.
I certainly hope that nobody's sleeping with my daughter because my daughter is not meant to be slept with.
I know, exactly. Well, at least she's not sleeping with me. Thank God for that.
Well, that's a minor relief, right?
Wouldn't it make you crazy? I mean, you got an apartment for her, and then Bingo gets to go up there and bang your daughter. That's got to make you nuts.
Yeah, it's not Bango. It's Bingo.
Yeah, I mean, Bango gets to go up to the apartment. I don't like it.
I don't even like to think about it.
All right, listen, Donald Trump bragging a little bit. Why not? I mean, he did.
Show's amazing. Howard.
Show's doing well, and good for you. I'm proud of you, and congratulations.
Yeah, tell all these billionaires to watch out. It's not so easy.
Well, this probably kills the billionaire deal for about a year or two. You know what happens, Howard? They come at you in droves.
Right.
And then you kill them.
Right.
And then for about 2 years, you have a free period when nobody comes at you.
Yeah, they don't try it again.
No, they're not going to try this again. I mean, there's nobody out there that they're going to try again. And, these two guys failed badly. There's nobody out there that's going to happen for, I would say, probably we have a 2-year hiatus. And then they'll find some other rat in the corner, and we'll, handle him.
You have to bump him off, too. All right. Listen,
Howard, good luck with your new deal.
Thank you very much. I'm excited about it. I will talk about it Thursday night on Letterman. I hope you tune in.
I will be listening, Howard.
All right, thank you.
Have a good time.
There he is, Donald Trump, the number one guy, the number one billionaire.
He's the guy that made it work on TV.
I love it. I read in the paper, he goes, who the hell goes up in a balloon? And he goes, and the guy tried 7 times. And then some other guy was able to do it. He couldn't even do it.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a billionaire. He gets beat by some guy who comes out of nowhere.
The balloon. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. More FMEs coming up. All By the way, I'll get to your phone calls, but I do have another FME to present. We're here at the FMEs. These are the awards.
FME Award.
Thanks.
A man who makes millions for Viacom, at least for another 15 months, Howard Stern.
These, I was saying before I was interrupted by my announcer, that these are the awards that reward great performances for the past year on this show.
And your announcer is wrong. It's not 15 months anymore.
Right. It's 14. And who knows? It might be even less.
13.
Could be a week. I wonder what's going on behind the scenes. I don't even know.
Yeah. Nobody's talking.
Like, is Viacom busy trying to get my replacement, put that all together? Or are they talking to Sirius about buying, me being bought out? Who the hell knows? It's a goddamn soap opera.
If you don't have any idea about that, I don't think anybody will.
I say I don't make it the year here. That's why I'm going on Letterman tonight to talk to my audience about how to prepare.
Well, quite frankly, that was the first question I asked our agent after you announced the deal. How long do you think we'll last?
Although he seems to think that we'll last a year because he says, why would they get rid of you? It makes no business sense. You don't know.
Radio's been known to make no business sense.
Anyway, I'll go on Letterman Thursday night and discuss that. All right, let's get back to giving out awards, the FMEs.
You have to remember, how many times have you gotten to say goodbye?
Not many.
In your radio career?
One morning, I bet you on a Friday I'm going to come in, and Tom's going to go, I need to see you in my office, and I'll go, no, I don't want to see you in your office because I don't go to your office. And then I'll be home, and then my agent will go, they're trying to fire you. You got to go in there.
Right.
And I'll go, oh. And then you'll never hear from me again here.
That's right. You have had your last show on the air, and you didn't even know it.
Anyway, let's get to our musical performance here. This is a beautiful tribute to ODB, who just died, because at the FMEs, we love musical tributes.
And ODB would have been here.
That's right.
Old dirty bastard has gone away.
The dog is not the one to be with, straight up.
We're gonna miss those words he'd say.
Nigga, please.
It's so sad he had to leave us.
With us, that goes for FBI, CIA, all y'all motherfuckers.
Dirt McGirt and Big Baby Jesus.
I walk the streets for Dirt Road. My name's Dirt Dog.
We won't forget the things he did.
I'll probably whip a nigga ass.
Smoking crack and having 13 kids.
We do a lot of donations for children and shit like that.
Goodbye to ODB. The man who gave us Nigga Please. Nigga Please.
Nigga, please.
Thank you. What a beautiful tribute.
You know what? And I was surprised they didn't mention him at the AMAs on Sunday.
One person did.
Really?
One person did mention him at the AMAs. I believe Big Boy of Outkast.
Really? Because I had missed that then. Because I heard them mention Rick James, but they didn't mention ODB.
A special treat as long as we're talking. Yes, Artie?
No, say I love ODB, but it seems like he's getting as much press as Rodney Dangerfield got.
I was surprised how little press Rodney got.
Me too.
Rodney was a surprise. I thought he'd be a much bigger deal.
I thought he'd get front page.
Really, Bob Hope type press he should have got.
That's what I thought, but what do I know? By the way, here's a special treat. ODB was working on stuff in the studio when he died. You know that?
And a reality show, right?
Yeah. And while he was recording, a lot of people are wondering what would ODB's final song have been. This is a tape of what ODB was working on when he died tragically.
This is an exclusive, I would imagine.
Yes.
Who's the white cheating prick who murdered that chubby pregnant chick?
Scott.
You're damn right. Who is the ape that is going to get prison raped?
Scott.
His booty?
Yeah.
What he gave to Amber Fry, he'll be getting from some guy.
Scott.
Face down. His cellmate says Scott is a sexy mother.
Open your mouth.
Make room for me, Scott.
He'll probably dig it.
He's a psychopathic scum, and he'll have a big black man up his bum.
Scott Peterson.
Nice. ODB.
I hope they still release it.
His record company says they will release it. They don't care. All right, now it's time to present the FME. Here comes our next presenters. Colin Quinn, the great comedian from Comedy Central.
He's presented awards before, so
Yes.
here he is again.
Colin Quinn and Wendy the Retard to present.
This is Colin Quinn.
Is it Winnie the Retard?
Wow, something smells a little foul up here.
I think I may have farted.
I think you did more than that, Wendy. There's a racing stripe in the back of your dress.
Damn, I know this always happens with that spicy food.
I'll loan you a diaper when we get backstage. And now here to announce the nominees is Howard Stern.
Thank you, you two. You're great. Thank you, Colin.
Talk like in that halting way.
Well, she's reading off cue cards. You know that.
I love how Colin has a diaper to loan her.
Oh, yeah, he has diapers.
Yeah.
Why
See,
is he carrying?
Wendy thought she farted, but there was a big racing stripe in the back of her dress.
Yeah.
Might have been something more.
I gotta say, that's some of the best award show banter I've heard.
Yeah, sometimes you can get inane, but not here.
No, that's good.
Okay, so let's get down to it. Our next category is Best Singing by a Non-Professional.
Oh.
Our first nominee is China Doll from the WWE. China Doll producing.
One of the great songs from this year.
Where are you on the 4th of July? Think of you when the fireworks go off in the sky. Think about you on the Christmas holiday, but you should be with your family anyway. So I'm sorry if I sound so angry, but I'm really not, 'cause it's just a holiday.
She's the best.
And it'll be okay.
Yeah, you shouldn't even nominate anyone.
Yeah.
Family with you today, but I'm here with Howard, and it's my big chance, and finally I might be on the radio, and I might be on TV.
It is so great when that deep voice just sort of pops.
Why is she with her family? Why?
China Doll's beautiful song. Our next nominee is Gary Delabate, Fly Like an Eagle.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free. Oh Lord, through the revolution.
Nice.
Feed the baby.
Oh.
Enough of
Yeah. Our third nominee is Howard Stern, Stairway to Heaven. Howard Stern producer.
There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold.
I'm taking myself out of the running.
And she's buying her stairway to heaven. And as we wind up down the road, there walks a lady we all know. Who shines like light and watch the show.
All right, we heard enough of that.
You know, it's nice when your male voice pops in.
Robin Quivers is our fourth nominee. If it makes you happy.
Through thrift store jungle. Found Geronimo's rifle, Marilyn shampoo, and Denny Goodman's corset and pen. But okay, I made
this up. I promise you I'd never give up if it makes you
I think you fell off your stage. All right, and finally, our fifth nominee in this very exciting singing by a non-professional Wendy the Retard. All right, that's enough.
It's the retarded Keith Moon.
Somebody gave her drums.
Her poor mother.
It's John Retarded Bottom.
Whose idea?
All right, it's time to find out.
Shut up, you retard!
You imagine you live next door to this noise?
I'm trying to eat my retarded breakfast.
I think she's in an apartment. You think her mother got her those drums?
Shut that retard up! If I hear one more retarded symbol,
Sounded like someone falling down the stairs.
it's Ringo the retard.
It's a retarded Ringo.
I'm trying to get ready for work, you retard.
All right, let's find out who wins. Wow, a lot of great nominees, huh? Give them all a big round of applause, please. That's it. Oh, standing ovation. Thank you. The winner, of course, China Doll. We tried to contact China Doll to give her an award, but unfortunately, she's nowhere to be found. But here to accept her award is Jon Bon Jovi. Now, John, how are you?
I'm very well, and on behalf of all the nominees, China would like to accept this award. She's right here in my room with me, as a matter of fact.
I knew it. There's nothing like a He-Man.
You know, you never know. You got to try different things. The variety is the spice of life, my friend.
By the way, I saw Bon Jovi win a Lifetime Achievement Award at the American Music Awards, but there was something wrong with the microphone when you were accepted.
I know. My the earphone monitors were... That's what I didn't realize they were right at the level of the microphone.
I thought people were hissing you. I went, what did he do wrong?
No,
there was a strange noise. I was like, who's making that noise?
Yeah, that was self-imposed, self-inflicted wounds.
Why are you whispering? Is someone in the room with you?
No, China. Just me and China.
Where are you?
Over at your old boss's house, I guess. Infinity in the offices.
What do you mean?
I'm doing a bunch of radio stuff for the box set today, so they're holding me prisoner high above 44th Street, is it?
You're right nearby.
Yeah, they got me over at your Infinity's, radio studio.
Oh, were you doing a lot of satellite stuff?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know what was going on yet. Yeah. All right, so you've accepted for China Doll.
Yep.
You've won the American Music Award. By the way, that chick who gave you the award, Nicolette Sheridan, what happened to her? She looked like a man.
I don't know. I didn't see it. I heard about it and can't comment.
What do you mean? Wait a second. Wait, you were standing right next to her.
I was blinded by the light. It was one of those kind of things where I didn't see.
Do you remember how beautiful she used to be?
Yeah.
If Anna Nicole hadn't done her thing, they'd all be talking about Nicolette Sheridan.
Right. And Anna, boy, I did see that. I was in the seats. I thought it was an act.
What is her deal? What is she, high? I mean, you're a rock star. You know this stuff.
I guess so, because, Dick Clark runs a real tight ship. There wasn't even a drink around that place.
What about the rumor that Dick Clark shot her up with heroin before she went out?
Yeah, well, they share a needle, but that's,
he shot her up between the toes. So
Yeah.
Why do they take the camera off of Anna Nicole Smith?
Because she just started gyrating, and they turned the lights out.
But that's good.
It was great.
That's
she
good
just
TV.
Stayed there and did her thing, and Dick was in the wings ready to pull her off, and he felt bad for her. I really thought it was an act.
I was happy for you getting that award.
Yeah, it was great.
It's a nice milestone. I mean, it's not a career achievement thing to me. It's just a milestone. Look, here we are, 100 million records 20 years later. They give you this award, and then you go back to work and you do morning radio and try to get your records played.
Right. Are you?
But I was thinking about it. I said, did you ever imagine, when you're playing for us at Club Benet?
Yeah. You remember that?
That was a milestone for you.
That's right. That was a highlight.
It was funny when they were showing that retrospective. I thought my hairdos were bad.
Oh, yeah. Well, my baby pictures are public,
Yeah. That's really unbelievable. All right, so listen, Bon Jovi's new box set, 100 million Bon Jovi fans can't be wrong.
Right on.
It's available in stores today. For more information, go to bonjovi.com. And it was nice to see you up there with Richie, getting along with him. That was nice.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's doing well.
It looks like he had a little facelift or something.
No, man, the guy just sobered up. He's on fire these days.
Is that what's going on?
He's looking great.
He looked like he was wearing lipstick, though.
He might have
had his wife's lipstick on. She's kissing his face.
All right, listen, John.
Go back to your F-Emmies.
Thank you, and thank you for accepting for China Doll.
She loves you all. She loves you all.
Thank you. I didn't know you were that close to it.
We're very close.
All right, John.
See you guys.
Later. But Jon Bon Jovi accepting for China Doll. Very nice.
That guy sold a
100 million.
100 million records.
I know.
That is really astonishing.
Yeah, and I went to lunch with him one day, and I picked up the tab.
Somehow you always get stuck.
I go,
You're
no,
with
no,
these
no.
extremely rich people.
And I go, John, go ahead, leave. I'll take care of it. And he goes, okay. And he left.
Right.
Didn't fight you at all.
I go, 100 million records. Couldn't pick up the tab. I always get suckered. It's weird at that American Music Awards the other night. Bon Jovi was making a speech, and you talk about a technical foul-up. The guy's whole speech was marred by a giant hissing sound through the microphone.
Yeah, I kept looking to see who was making the noise, but everybody was standing there kind of stoic.
Thank you.
You hear it?
I'd like to thank Dick Clark and Larry Klein for this surreal but much appreciated award. And I have to read some people off the list. My parents.
Sound like somebody filling tires at a gas station.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad, you're good enough to let your kids dream.
I'll be right over there, Bon Jovi. Got to fill up your tires.
I want to thank Dorothea, who put up with me, loved me when it was easy and loved me even more when it was hard. I thank you for that. There's a lot of others I need to thank. But...
Or somebody's letting the air out of something.
I think it was Donald Trump letting the air out of Richard Branson's balloon. I want to thank the guy filling my tires.
Sherry Edelstein has been like a father and a friend and always the voice of reason. Sherry Alper, Eileen Schreibman, who have always had my back, and Paul Corzelius. Paul,
he's getting stun gunned.
I thought, I really think Rod Stewart should stop doing those songs, the old songs.
Did he do another one?
He did, one of those standards. It was awful.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I mean, the guy had so many cool songs early on in his career, and Faces, and I love some of those songs, but god damn, when is this? It's like taking the world and turning it upside down.
Yeah, that's not Rod. That's not the Rod we know and love.
Very gay.
Oh, that was gay.
Oh, no.
That's great.
Who's that, Fred?
That's Fred Durst.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that was gay.
The chick from American Idol sang some songs, too, and
What was she singing? She was wailing about something.
I don't know, man, but I don't dig what that is. That wasn't even good.
No, I was like, oh, boy, that's a big mess she's singing there.
I could kind of get into that Clay Aiken song. Or even that new Kelly Clarkson single I could kind of get into, but what the hell they
And
do?
her first one was all right, but this one, I don't know what it was. That's Rod again.
Let's see if I can find it. Want to hear this? I'll listen to Macy Gray.
Or anybody.
Your attitude is unpredictable. I don't
You know what I thought the best part of the American Music Awards was when Jimmy Kimmel came. They did this. They were hyping it all night. They get on there and they go. They're going to be showing a film that you've never seen of the Beatles. It's a film clip. It's going to be very big. And I'm waiting.
Haven't seen it for 40 years.
Haven't seen it for 40 years. And I'm waiting. And then Jimmy introduces Ringo. Ringo's on film going, this is something you haven't seen in 40 years. It's been locked away. And I'm like, wow, this is going to be cool. I dig the Beatles. And then it was like some Ed Sullivan-looking kind of show, like Shindig or something, or some Top of the Pops.
Yeah, one of those stupid things we used to watch.
And it was like the Beatles doing She Loves You, Yeah, 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 or something.
Going into I Want to Hold Your Hand.
Yeah, the same goddamn clip I've seen a million times. And then they come back from the clip, and Jimmy goes, well, that was boring. I was laughing my ass off.
We waited for that?
I mean, that was cool. I never saw a host do that, so I was very proud of Jimmy.
Jimmy was a good host, as a matter of fact.
Did a fine job. Good for Jimmy.
And there were a couple of other things. Lenny Kravitz introduced that song in a commercial, and now when he's singing it, I'm like, why is he singing a commercial to me?
Well, he was pissed, evidently. He didn't like the way the sound was. And he stormed out of the American Music Awards, went into his trailer, and, like, slammed his door and stayed in his trailer.
But he should never do that song, because it's a commercial.
Oh, is it? I wouldn't even know that. I don't care. I don't watch commercials. I got TiVo.
Well, I watch the commercial, and that's all it is to me, a commercial. So don't sing commercials to me. And then, as I said, Nicolette Sheridan, who used to be absolutely gorgeous, she's now doing the old lady used to be hot thing, where she walks out, she had a slit in her dress, and she was holding it open so you could look at her legs.
Hey, look at my beaver.
The ironic thing is, though, her career's hotter than it's ever been because of that show.
Oh, I mean, she's not the hot one.
She's not? I don't even watch that show.
But, I mean, I haven't seen it either, but my God, it's supposed to be the number one show.
They're talking about everybody else but her on their show.
Let's see. What's her name? Got married, a fat chick from The View.
Oh, Star Reynolds.
Star Reynolds.
She took his name.
Yeah, they say that the marriage has got to last 2 years because she made him sign some kind of a prenuptial where he doesn't get anything unless he stays with her for 2 years.
Oh, really?
So that'll keep him, I guess, in the game.
I read that. Like, there has to be hard negotiations. Could there be something less romantic?
How could you say, yeah, you have to stay with me 2 years before you can get anything?
I mean, my God.
Yeah. Well, I think in this case it might be a wise move.
Well, yes, I agree. And for him, I guess it would be like doing time.
I mean, if he's going to do her for 2 years, he's got to be around her for 2 years, which is going to be difficult for that guy. I mean, he deserves to get get paid in some way.
She does everything she can to make him touch her. Somebody said this on the TV last night. They had little bells at the table at everybody's seat.
Mm-hmm.
And for the bride and groom to kiss, you ring a bell. So she put bells on the tables all around the place so people could force them to kiss.
Yeah, 'cause he's not going to remember to touch her.
So she had the rest of the audience do it. And then somebody asked Kim Cattrall if she saw the kiss. She was like, no, I was too far away. You know, the wedding kiss. But somebody said, it was very passionate.
Okay. Ross, you're on I got the View Girls recapping Star's wedding. I might play that later. I think that we could get a lot of humor out of that. Ross, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Howard, can you play that Imus song that Fred made?
All right, I got to take a commercial break. I'll do the Imus song when I come back.
All right, sounds good, man. Thanks a lot.
Or you want me to do it into the commercial?
Sure.
You want it into the commercial?
Absolutely.
All right, here it is, the Imus song.
I can't clear my throat. What the obsession is with me and this ranch is beyond me. My suggestion to him is to shut up. It's insane.
I'm Imus the Geezer. I wear a stupid cowboy hat. I'm 100 years old, and I look like Yosemite Sam. I have 3 teeth left, and I dribble when I pee. So why did Deader marry a codger like me? I'm a fake cowboy. In a wheelchair I ride. Imus. Am I dead or alive? I've got one kid named Wyatt, and the other is Gabby Hayes. Half of my scrotum is wasted away. I spit in my microphone. I'm wrinkled and old. I need a diaper change. I hope Theodore comes home. I'm a big cowboy. In a wheelchair I ride. Am I dead or alive? I'm a fake cowboy. In a wheelchair I ride. Am I dead or alive?
Oh, yeah, tonight on E! The Vegan Vixens. That's right. See hot vegetarian chicks get naked and kiss to save animals that we threaten to kill. Vegan.
It's good.
Into your life it will creep.
Good morning, Mr. Jackson. It's Jack Me Offer and Rod Stiffington from WFAG. Welcome to Man on Man Manic Monday. Are you ready to play, Mr. Jackson?
I don't know nothing about what it is.
Mr. Jackson, please guess what these two men are doing. Strike one. Play ball. Home run.
Baseball and home run, that's what I heard him say.
That's right. That's right. They were playing baseball. Two more to go, Mr. Jackson. Guess what these two men are doing, Mr. Jackson? It's a three-pointer. It looks like he's playing basketball. Throw the basketball.
He's playing basketball, I guess.
You're right. Hey! Only one more to go, Mr. Jackson. Please guess what these two men are doing.
He coughing like he got a cold or something.
Close.
Hard to tell. Like they might be working on something. I don't know.
I'm sorry. Tell them what they were doing, Rod. We're sorry, Mr. Jackson, but those two men were having gay sex. Gay sex.
I don't know nothing about no gay sex. I ain't never been involved in nothing like that. I don't go that way. I don't play that kind of stuff.
Well, here on WFAG, we support gay sex.
Well, I ain't got nothing to do with other folks. I got to live my life.
Mr. Jackson, I love gay sex.
No, I don't either. I don't care about no mess like that.
Nice. All right, hey, welcome back to the F-Emmies. Time to give out another award. A lot going on there. All right, by the way, here she is. She was the darling of the American Music Awards, and now to give a short little speech about the rules, Anna Nicole Smith. Come on out, honey. Hi, Anna.
Okay.
Say it, honey. Come on.
Biscuit. And, you want me to show you how to eat? I was like, what? Do you want me to finish?
All right, thank you. Take a ride at it. Ruining the whole award. All right, now to present our next FME.
I hope she's going to be all right.
Here's Daniel Carver from the Ku Klux Klan and Wendy the Retard to present. Hi, guys.
Hey, Wendy, what do you think about Robin's low-cut dress?
Yeah, the only other thing as big, round, and black as Robin's breasts are the bowling balls at the Special Olympics.
Yeah, if she was a human, more people might want to look at those big brown melons.
Daniel, I can show you mine if you want.
Well, thanks for the offer, Wendy, but I'm married, and if my wife find out, she'd beat me so bad that I'd start smelling like a Mexican. Here's Howard Stern to announce the nominees.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been beaten till I smell like a Mexican, and it's not good.
How about that racist rant?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't hear that at the People's Choice Award.
No, you don't. Boy, that Daniel Carver, I don't like that.
Why? What a cut-up.
You bet. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, then get this down. I know this is some award show.
Why are you talking in echo?
I'm at the awards. The amount of help here is amazing. Anyway, okay, our next big category, best fighting with a guest. Whatever that means.
Fighting with a guest.
Yes. All right, here's Ronnie versus Chauncey. Ronnie, the limo driver, and Chauncey got into a fight. Their long-standing feud erupted right on the air.
Ronnie, I have no problem with you. I really don't.
I got a problem with you, though.
I know you do. After the last time I was on the show, I went into the hallway. You know, he pulled me aside and said, I don't like you.
You can't do that.
Hey, listen.
It's on film. They filmed it.
Don't lie. All right?
Filmed it.
Don't lie. I never said that to you to your face.
He is not allowed at scores, right?
You know, of course, Ronnie doesn't pay for anything when he goes there.
How do you know what I do? You're such a liar, man. You make up things in your head.
Do you pay?
Yeah.
Oh, now you're lying. Now you're a liar.
Okay. Does anybody...
Goodbye. Goodbye. You can go back to your chair in the hallway.
Dude,
put on your orange vest and sit in the hallway.
Oh, my God.
Goodbye.
How do you know all this? How do you know what the rest of my life is?
Ronnie, you're easy to figure out. You're not that complicated. You're a crossing guard in the hallway here. I mean, that's basically what you do.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and you drive a limo. And by the way, Ronnie, I don't dislike you. I don't really
care what you like.
All right, there they are.
Good stuff.
First nominee. Second nominee, King of All Blacks versus Angry Black. King of All Blacks and Angry Black argue over who has more money.
What gets you and keeps you on the show is wit, my brother. Not your ugly big head, not your corny clothes.
Yeah, I know.
I saw you.
I was wearing a Knicks jersey.
I have my feet done. What do you know about that, nigga?
Fat body.
What do you know about that, nigga?
I'm gonna leave you where I found. See,
you poor. You live in Hackensack. You live in Hackensack.
I kept my mouth shut. I said,
listen, you live in Hackensack.
The nigga had no money. He came to Vegas.
I live all around. If you walked up my block, they'll call the police, nigga. That's what kind of neighbor I live in. I got a house with 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Every faucet in my house is mowing. Everything. What do you know about that, nigga?
Yo, I got Inglewood sewn up. There's some good cops on Inglewood. They're tight with me. I can walk anywhere in Inglewood. I can go to Little Kid.
I live in Inglewood.
Eddie's mom.
But Angry Black. I live in Inglewood Cliffs.
Well, you get the difference with me? I'm gonna push you off a cliff.
I live around June. Nigga, are you comparing yourself to me? Nigga, I'm the closest thing to Doc.
All right.
That was a great mowing debate. I forgot.
Yeah.
My faucet is mowing, nigga.
And, of course, who could forget when Cabby got into an on-air fight with Shuley? Cabby accused Shuley of not being funny.
What have you done, Captain Comedy?
What have I done?
If you're such a huge comedian, why are you living at home?
I haven't done a guy, much like you.
That's one. You got me once.
Yeah. Well, that's because I'm a comic. You're an idiot.
I am an
idiot.
idiot.
You're an idiot. You're a moron. You're not even worth my time. You're a waste of it.
Where are you sleeping today?
Not with you.
No, but where are you sleeping? Because I know you've been dragging your suitcase around because you're a big comedian, but you couldn't afford a hotel in New York City for a week.
It's an easy mark, and you're such a dummy that I don't care enough to dig up anything on you. I chew up guys like you on stage.
Because you need me.
I don't need you. I don't need you because I want to hammer you. I want to rip you apart in front of millions of people.
Oh, please.
Instead of doing it in the hall like an idiot.
I'm so ripped apart. I'll tell you what, I'll go on my radio show tomorrow and talk about it. What do you got now, comedian boy?
All right.
Can't be adding to the Dickus Alaricus.
Dickus Alaricus, expialidocious. Let's see who wins. Our winners are... Exciting. King of All Blacks, Angry Black, winning the FME this year, the giant Beetlejuice head. Let's get him on the phone for an acceptance speech. King, how are you? And Angry, how are you?
Hey, now. Hey, what's up?
All right? Who wants to go first?
You know what, Howard? I got to go first. Thank you very much. You know, in my 10 years on the show, this is my first FME, and oh man, there's so many people I want to thank. You know, right off the top of my head. So I'll make it real quick. First, I want to thank you, Howard, Robin, Artie, Fred, Benji. Maybe not Benji. I want to thank my good friend Irish John for being generous with me to Fat Body of All Blacks in Vegas. Otherwise, this fight would never have happened. I want to thank King of All Blacks, for proving that at the end of the day, he's a dumb, garbage-picking coon with diabetes.
Hey.
I want to thank my union brothers at the phone company, as well as my boss, Rob, for reminding me that my faucets are not mowing. And I want to thank Sirius Satellite Radio for signing the greatest broadcaster ever to get in front of a microphone.
Very nice speech. Very well prepared.
Oh, Howard, I'm just in a great mood this morning. I mean, I'm angry and miserable all the time.
Why you in a good mood, nigga? You had to sleep when you had to sleep.
Nah, I'm in a good mood. I got to get my BMW service today. And I wanted that
Hey, what year is your BMW? What year is it?
2001, Fat Body.
2001? That's if it was a baby, it'd be walking.
Where Angry Black got an F-Emmy and all I got is sleep.
I got a QX. Hey, I got an Infinity QX56, 65,000.
Oh, nigga, where you steal a car from, man?
Steal a car? My father bought it for me, nigga. My father bought it for me, nigga.
Oh, please.
My father, hey, where's the Yankees? Hey, hold up, you big head nigga. Let me ask you something.
I got diabetes and my legs are swollen. I can't walk.
Hey, let me tell you something. Listen, this is the first time you've been on the radio because of me, nigga. That's why you're on the radio. All right? So bow down to the king.
I made you what you are. Do you understand
that? You made me?
And you're not getting a job on Sirius. I got that covered.
A job?
I got that covered. It's all mine.
A job? Who would hire you over me? You got to be crazy.
First of all, you can't write. You're not funny. You're fat, but you're not funny.
Hey, Robin. Yeah. You want to go through this again? Who's better looking? Who's better looking?
All my bitches are dying.
You're going bald.
I've seen your wife, man. I saw your chick. I saw your chick. It's all right. It's all right. I know you got to It's okay. Everybody needs everybody, man.
Let me ask you something.
Let me ask you something, man.
King, why don't you make your speech angry?
So I just want to ask him something before I make my speech. Where is that Yankee jersey with Angry Black on the back of it?
That is with my softball team. That's in my locker with my softball team. I haven't worn it in a while. See, I wear Sean John, dog. I wear Sean John. I wear Sean John. That's how I live, man.
Sean John doesn't make baseball shirts.
Oh, wow. I know.
What the hell are you crazy?
In it, but you too dumb to figure that out, man.
You hear me? Mitchell and Ness. I got a $700 jersey.
Listen,
Mitchell and Ness.
When you come to the Knicks game and you get to sit courtside with me, then you know you living.
Come on, man.
You ain't rolling like that, man.
Let me tell you something.
Come on, man.
Let me tell you something.
Come on, man. Come on.
Let me tell you something. And stop calling my house. I got so many blocks on my phone, you can't get to me.
Oh, wow.
All right? I got blocks crazy. You hear me?
King of All Blacks. Angry made such a beautiful speech. Now, where's yours?
All right, I'd like to thank my wife, Jessie. I'd like to thank my wife, Jessie, and my future daughter, Charlie. And I'd like to thank my daughter, Lauren. I'd like to thank my mother and my father for having money. And I'd like to thank you, Howard.
Thank you.
And I'd like to thank Robin for telling me I look better than Angry Black.
Oh, you fat. She's just doing it because she feels sorry for you. Robin loves me. Everybody knows I'm the best looking black man on the show.
Hey, Howard, real quick, I'm not finished with my speech.
I'm sorry. I'll let you talk. I'm sorry.
All right. You're not supposed to be driving in 2001 when it's 2005. All
right. Now, I'm going to answer that question. I'm trading my car in the phone because we're doing satellite, baby.
Why don't you keep it? Why don't you keep it?
I don't want to keep it. I'm trading in next year.
Why are you trading in next? Why are you waiting so long?
I'm getting the 5 series, dog. I'm going 5. I'm making 90K in the phone company. I'm going 5, and then I'm going on Sirius Satellite. I'm getting one of the channels, man. I'm getting one of the channels. Do you understand? You will still be picking garbage.
Listen, you know what you are?
It doesn't matter.
You know what you are?
You didn't go to the pool in Vegas because you're fat.
Let me tell you something.
You make Joe Gannon from Sopranos look like the lovely
Well, King, you didn't make your speech, King. Come on, finish it up.
All right, I want to finish it up by saying my house is better than yours. Okay? It ain't a nigga in a 30-mile radius of my house. You hear me?
I know you live around Jews. Nigga, all you do is pick up the Jews.
Hey, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
You don't live around no damn Jews.
Who knows?
You live in a shelter in England.
Hey, Howard, have you ever been to my house? Howard, have you been to my house?
I know you like to show up. I know you like to show up at other people's house sometimes when you went to Robin's apartment.
Hey, Howard.
Dumb idiot.
Howard, can I ask you a question?
Some trick in the car.
Hey, let me ask you something.
All right, you guys. I can see this
Let me tell you something.
I'm listening.
My parents got a waterfall in their house, inside of it. All right? Your parents is dead. Ain't one of them dead?
No. My father is deceased, but that's okay.
Why would your father die? Why would your father die at a time like this? Why would your father die? Hey, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, nigga. Shut up, nigga.
I got a question.
I can see this hasn't got on.
How come you're not on the bulletin board? I know you can use an apple other than eat it. Come on, man.
Let me ask you something. Why would your father die at a time like this?
Oh, that's silly. Come on now.
Come on, man. It's all right, Howard. He's ignorant. He's a dumb coon. He's lazy. It's all good. He got garbage to pick up, man. I got to get my BMW service, and then I got to take care of some other personal matters, and then I got to talk to my agent about it.
Can you dress better than me?
You're not going, fat body. All you're doing is going to the clinic.
Hey.
All right, congratulations to both of you, King of All Blacks.
I went Sean John, nigga.
Sean John is last week.
Nigga, you wear Benetton. Come on, man. Keep it real.
Sean John?
Come on, man. Come on.
You can't wear Sean John no more. I put out 2 weeks ago.
What do you wear that's so great?
What, excuse me?
What do you wear?
I told you. The prep polo. You know what I'm saying? Polo.
I got Sean John. Listen, when I'm at the Knicks games, when I'm out with Irish John Mullen, it doesn't matter.
Hey, Howard, let me tell you something. Howard, I know you know this. Howard.
Howard.
All right.
Howard, let me just say something real quick. Howard.
Yes.
Howard, you got style. Listen to me. Nigga, shut up, nigga. Nigga, shut up for a second. You just like, you know what I'm saying? Why y'all talk so much?
Man, my happy wife.
Hey, Howard, let me tell you something else. Hey, Angry, can you tell me? Hey, Howard, hey, Angry, can I ask you something?
Certainly.
Do you have Angry Black on your phone truck?
No.
Yes, you do, nigga. Yes, you do, nigga.
All right.
Yes, you do, nigga.
All right, King of All Blacks and Angry Black, congratulations.
Hey, Howard, let me just say something real quick.
Love all you.
You're my brother from another mother. You know that.
All right.
Let me say something real quick.
Yeah.
Now, you know this because you got style. You know this. What if you do wear Sean John? Do you wear it all across your chest?
No, you never wear it across your chest.
Nigga. You do, nigga. You do.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Congratulations.
Shirts and the jeans. No,
Congratulations. All right. Well, there you go.
I guess that is going to be nominated next year. Their acceptance speech.
That war continues with or without us on the air.
That's great stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know, the F-Emmies are so exciting. Oh, Nicole Smith feels bad about her speech. She wants to come out and explain the rules again.
All right.
Come on out, honey, and do it right this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicole Smith.
Oh,
Oh, come on, honey.
Okay.
Come on, let's do it.
Biscuit.
Biscuit.
You want me to show you how to eat? I was like, what? Do you want me to finish?
He's ruining it. Right. All right, take her out of here. Do you wear Sean John or Ralph Lauren? That's the question. I wear Sean John. I wear Ralph Lauren. I wear all the labels.
Sean John is last week.
Okay, let's say hi to Double A. Let's take a couple of phone calls, and I'm going to read you the email. Everybody loves when the email is read. Very exciting part of the show. Okay, let's go to Double A. You're on the air, Double A.
Hey, Howard, how's it going? What's going on? Thursday, when you go do the Letterman show, is there any way you could take down some of the hardcore fans with you, you know?
I don't know. Letterman seems to have a very strict policy. I would love to have 5 or 6 fans. I would like to change the format of the Letterman show Thursday night. During my segments,
Yeah,
I would like to have
take it over.
I would like to have a round table of 5 or 6 of my listeners, Robin, and then I would speak to them and have them ask questions about my move, but I don't think they're willing to do that.
Yeah, I don't know that Letterman's going to give up that much control.
Yeah, he's a real control freak.
You should have the Wack Pack do, like, the top 10 list or something.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm coming
Doesn't
down
matter. I'm out there to give out information.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to come down and try and get in on that show.
Right. All right, thank you,
As
Double
soon
A.
as they see you, Double A, the doors will swing wide open.
I'll tell you this, Double A.
Yeah.
I'll be doing something Thursday afternoon in honor of Thanksgiving. I will be giving out something for free.
Oh, yeah, you did say something about a charitable thing you were going to be doing.
Yes,
Right.
I'm going to do something charitable on Thursday. During the day after the show, I will be giving out something for free.
Where's it going to be at?
Where?
I'm not going to say yet. I'll tell you tomorrow.
How are we going to get this thing if you don't tell us where it is?
You know how people give out turkeys for Thanksgiving. I'm giving out my Thanksgiving gift to the people because
it won't be turkeys?
It won't be turkeys. It'll be something that goes with turkey.
Oh.
That's right.
Hope it's a hottie.
You'll see.
All right.
Thank you. I will meet you on the streets of Manhattan.
Definite. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Hey, now.
Nice.
Big event for Thursday.
All right, here's a couple of notes. The amputee beauty pageant winner is off to Chicago for her Playboy.com shoot.
Yeah, I'm reading about her in Lowdown today.
Yes, that is true. She has been selected by Playboy Online to model for them.
To pose nude.
Go to howardstern.com. There's a lot of interesting articles on there. One I direct your attention to. I can't talk about what it says. It deals with my move, but there is an excellent tour given of my new facilities on there. Am I doing another FME? What is that, Gary?
Do we have time to squeeze in one more?
You want to squeeze in an FME?
Yes, please.
You think that's easy to do? Is that what you want? Everybody wants everything all at once. All right, let's bring in the Wack Pack. It's time for them to sing back here at the FMEs. Here's their version of We Are the World. To do it, the Wack Pack, ladies and gentlemen.
My name is Wendy, and I stick out in a crowd when I lose my power. Please rate me for crying out loud.
Hi, Mom and Daddy. Are you proud of me now? I'm Kelly Clarkson, and love spit in my mouth. There comes a time when my underpants will sink, but I don't care. I just smoke and drink.
This is Daniel Carver. I don't like Mexicans or chinks. Niggers are lazy. Jews are the devil. That's what I think.
We are the Wack Pack, strange and retarded. We are the ones who think my bitch is Kelly Clarkson.
Well, they are all my children. Morons, misfits, and homos. Who cares what people think? They're great for my show. Yeah!
I am Elephant Boy. I sound like I'm Johnny.
Well.
I step in gay sex. I want please on money.
Yeah. I am Nicole Bass. My muscles are real huge. If you want your balls ripped off, go ahead and call me a dude.
We are the Wack Pack, strange and retarded.
Well.
We are the ones who think my bitch is Kelly Clarkson.
Well, they are all my children. Morons, misfits, and homos. Who cares what people think? They're great for my show. Yeah!
We are the Wack Pack, strange and retarded. We are the ones who think my bitch is Kelly Clarkson.
This is Beetlejuice, baby. Who, me? I bench press 200 pounds. And 85 pounds. And weigh 250 pounds.
We are the Wack Pack, strange and retarded.
Yeah!
We are the ones who think my bitch is Kelly Clarkson.
Sing it, Wack Pack! Yeah! Oh.
Hey now. Whoops. Oh, I love the FMEs. What a celebration. Now to present our next award. Two people who are well known from this show, Jeff the Drunk and Melrose Larry Green, to present. Come on out, guys.
Hello, this is Jeff the Drunk.
And this is Melrose Larry Green.
What are you doing here, Melrose? You trading little bitch?
I may be annoying, Jeff. I may be a bitch trader, but I'm here. Now, you're Jeff the Drunk, and you've got a duty in your pants, so go yourself.
And now, here to present the winner is Howard friggin' Stern.
Thank you, boys. Thank you.
The winner is. Here to present the winner is.
We got a great category for you right now. Everybody loves this. This is one of the favorites. The best crying moment. Best crying moment.
Best crying moment on the show.
Yes. On any show. First, Jimmy Kimmel, our first nominee. Jimmy cries while talking about the death of John Ritter.
John Ritter, who was not only a great and funny actor, but I think one of the nicest guys that I knew I was going to do this that we've had around here. And it's sad for everyone here at ABC, and I think everyone. I know Howard Stern's going to play this and make fun of me, but he was a very funny guy, and he was a great dramatic actor, too.
All right, thank you.
Wow.
That was very good.
I forgot it. Entertaining that.
Our next nominee, Chauncey Hayden from Steppin' Out magazine. Chauncey cries when the pressures of trying to win John's job gets to him. Oh, my God, you're crying.
Is he really?
Yeah. Oh, my God. He really is crying. He can't talk.
Can't.
Wait. Sit there. Don't move. Don't you dare leave.
Don't leave.
You can't. You can't imagine. I can't do it. I swear to God, I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
It means so much to get this opportunity.
Really?
It does.
Well, you feel you worked your ass off, and then the thanks you get is, hey, Chauncey sucks.
There's nothing else I could do. There's nothing else.
I think some people want to console you. Hold on. All right, if that would be nice. Yes, Will.
If Chauncey's sitting there crying right now, that bag shouldn't even be on the show.
Right.
Hey, Chauncey.
All right, there you go. Great moment in Stern Show history. Here's porn star Cindy Crawford, our next nominee. Cindy Crawford, the porn star, cried uncontrollably after she realized she just had sex with Jeff the Drunk. You remember this great moment? This is the sound of Cindy Crawford after having sex with Jeff the Drunk. Okay. Literally. This is right from the tape. I'm not kidding. It's gonna make you can feel it. You can feel the drama.
You hear the background?
Oh, that's Isaac trying to get her out of the room. Nice.
Wow. Boy, how do you pick in that category? They're all great.
Well, there's more. Lawrence Taylor cries on 60 Minutes after being read a letter his son wrote him.
God damn it. Lawrence, sit down just for this last part, please.
Oh, God. I don't know, my kids, you know, I thank God for them. I've come a long way, and you know what? It was so easy for, you know, for them that my friends and my kids just let me go by the wayside, but they was there. Stood beside me.
Oh, wow. Beautiful moment of crying. May we never cry on the air ever. Our next nominee is Zanita. Zanita comes in off the streets to introduce herself to America and then breaks down crying.
That's all I wanted my whole life. Just a chance. And I don't care if you guys all think I'm crazy because I'm real, okay? I'm not going to stay home in April, Massachusetts and hate my life. I'm going to be real and make a fool out of myself and say, please, somebody in America, give me a chance, please. You just got to be real. If you're not real, then you're not a superstar. You're just making believe you're one. But when people think you're crazy, like Howard, everybody thinks either you love him or hate him. Just like me, that you love me and you hate me. Well, then people think we're either weird or, I don't know, but she's not.
Hold it. There is a guy on the phone. This is a miracle. Toby Stevens, head of A&R at Bad Boy Records. hold it. Yes, Toby?
Girl, you are the bomb. Do not sign with anybody until we get to see you.
Toby, thank you.
Do you know how to wash dishes and make beds?
I don't care. I clean toilets if I had to because I don't care. I'm real and I need a chance.
All right, there she is, Anita. We haven't found her since.
You're kidding. She just fell off the face of the earth?
Oh, yes.
We need an update from Anita.
We have 2 more nominees in this incredibly huge category.
Yeah, a lot of crying this year, huh?
The Chiefs coach, Dick Vermeil, cries at a press conference over the firing of his longtime friend and coach.
To say goodbye to Greg. I've watched him coach since he was a kid. I spent hours with him when I was a broadcaster, and he was a coach, and he'd come up to Philadelphia just to spend a day with a so-called genius. I didn't know how much. But anyway, I'm proud of him. There are very few guys in this room had to do what he did today, I'll tell you that.
Marty, isn't that the guy who used to yell at everyone?
He's a bit of a maniac, yeah. He screams and yells. He had to retire for a little while because he screamed and yelled too much.
And then he came back and started crying.
Yeah, I think he goes both. He's like bipolar.
And finally, what a category. Our last nominee, Melissa Rivers, cries during her last days on E!
I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been here with me. Gary, Antonio, Nikki, Amy, Jerry, Fred. I can't even look over it. Tom and Pete and Curtis and our whole studio crew. And it's been wonderful working with you guys and all the great people I got to sit with. And they said to me, I'll always have a home here.
That's right.
And it's a really wonderful change.
That's right.
And I'm on to great things. And it's a big, exciting time. But I've spent almost a third of my life in this studio. And professionally and personally, it will always be a part of it.
Oh. You know what? For the first time, I have to say, I'm upset that someone was left out of this category.
Who?
Sal the stockbroker.
Did he cry on the air?
Oh, did he cry on the air, man?
Really?
Yeah. Whatever.
I don't remember.
It was better visually than audio, Artie.
Oh, yeah? Sal leaving himself out of the crying.
Sal, you
What's your
homo?
beef with me, Artie? I didn't cry on the air.
Sal, you cried on the air.
You're such a friggin' homophobe. You always are looking for
Why am I a homophobe?
Because you're always attacking. You're looking for any little angle.
Why am I a homophobe for pointing out you
put
cried?
somebody down. I wasn't crying on the air.
You cried on the air, dude.
Okay.
You got
wanna talk about
emotional
crying,
when
we should
you...
have seen you backstage after Saturday night.
You cried on the air, dude.
I didn't cry on the air. I got a little choked up. That's all I did. It was not crying.
Oh, come on.
Why did he get choked up, Artie?
Because he was in here trying to get John's job, and he was.
Yeah, it was the
you know,
contest again.
And you know, it was the last day, and he got emotional.
I was flat. I was touched. I
Get the
wasn't
tape,
crying.
dude. Get
There
the
is no
tape.
tape. There's
Sal.
nothing there.
All right, let's open it up. Sal not nominated. He burned.
It obviously wasn't good enough to get a nomination.
Well, clearly Zelinda would have won if could have found her. So the winner is Melissa Rivers. No, and here to accept is Melissa Rivers. Hello, Melissa.
Good morning.
Congratulations on your FME.
I'm speechless.
Well, don't say that. You have to give a speech.
Yeah, it's time for you to thank people.
Well,
What happened?
good Lord,
You left-
didn't I thank enough people that day?
Why are you hoarse today?
Because it's 5:30 in the morning in L.A.
And let me understand something. You and your mom left E!
Yes.
To go
And
to
you-
the TV Guide channel.
Yes.
And I've tuned in there ever since. I never see you doing anything.
Well, our big launch is, oh, God, I don't want to get into plugs. But nonetheless, January 16th at the Golden Globe.
I see. So that's when you and your mom will begin doing that red carpet thing again.
Exactly.
Was there any kind of a delay? I thought you were supposed to do it earlier.
No, there was no delay. It was nice. Got a little time to regroup and work on some other stuff. But I mean, my mom's got Emmys and Cable Ace Awards and everything. And for me to this is the first thing I've ever won.
Have you watched Star Jones, who replaced you? Do you think she's doing a better job than you?
I think it's a completely different show.
Don't give me the politically correct answer. Who's better, you and your mom or Star Jones? Be a little competitive.
I'm ultra competitive. I thought we were going to talk about Star's wedding.
Well, we will. I've got tape of that, but I just, I just want you to tell me, in your humble opinion, who is better, you and your mother, or Star Jones?
Oh, God, you're making me choose whether I ever want to be on The View again or talk to my mom.
Come on.
It
Who is
It
better?
should be easy, right?
It should be easy.
In this family, that's a tough decision.
I have my feelings on it. I'll tell you those after you tell me yours.
I honestly think no one can do that job the way my mother does.
So Star Jones is not that good.
No, I thought she did a great job, but she wasn't my mom.
No, you're not being honest. Star Jones was really bad at it.
I think my mom is my mom, and she does a great job.
Come on. What are you, running for president?
Well, I should have, because I think I maybe could have won the write-in vote listening to that honesty and that crying. Jeez.
Why did you cry when you left? Clearly, there were no tears shed from the people sitting there with you. Why would you sit there and cry over them?
I was crying over sort of ghosts of Christmas past.
I see. I wonder, will I cry when I leave here?
Well, let me, the hindsight's 20/20, and I really like it. It was kind of like I had gone up in front of the parole board and had gotten my papers.
You're single now, aren't you?
Yes.
What are you doing? Who are you doing?
Are you dating?
I'm not dating.
Why?
Because, honestly, oh my God, 5:30 in the morning, Howard. Robin, help me.
What, you got a different answer at noon?
Yeah. I might. No, I'm in a regrouping sort of place.
Well, wait a second. When's the last time you got laid? You broke up with your husband, what, 2 years ago?
3 years ago.
3 years ago, and you haven't gotten laid since?
Oh, no, I've gotten laid since
she's
then.
been dating someone since then. What are you, the last relationship, when did it end?
The last relationship ended about a month ago.
Oh, so you got laid up until a month ago?
Oh, yeah.
Who was the dude?
Oh, I'm not giving him any props on the radio.
Why did this one break? It seems there's a string of breakups here. What's going wrong in these relationships?
What's going wrong in these relationships? Generally, if someone, if I can look at someone and think, God, that guy's going to be a total loser and treat me really poorly.
Right.
I ask him to come sit next to me.
Oh.
I see. You see a loser and you get attracted to him.
Absolutely. I'm like, hey, you guy with no life, come here, sit with me, love me.
So this guy you broke up with, you went out with him for how long?
About 2 months.
2 months. And you met him and he seemed like a good guy. What did he do wrong? When did you realize he wasn't the man you thought he was?
Pretty quickly.
Isn't it true that once a guy bangs you, his true colors start to come out? Haven't you girls caught on to that yet?
Yeah, no, his true colors came out pretty quickly, but he was cute.
Did you make him wait a long time to make love to you?
Yes.
How long did he wait? 2 weeks?
More than that. 3
2 weeks, 3 weeks. All right, that seems about the average.
Yeah, but did you hear what she said? He was cute, see? And
Right.
you can get blinded by this.
She knew his
And
true
he made
colors.
me laugh.
She knew his true colors before she slept with him.
So for 3 weeks, he was on good behavior.
Right.
And then you decide, I guess you were making out. Up until that point, he felt your breasts, but you probably even let him use his finger on you.
Oh, my.
But you saved your hey nanner nanner for 3 weeks. Am I correct? Am I correct in that assumption?
Correct. Did not throw the cat for 3 weeks.
Right, but did he use his hand on you before then? Girls seem to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Over the pants or under the pants?
You're asking me to remember things that I've blocked out.
All right, so over the pants and under the pants, he was having his way with your body, and finally, after 3 weeks, you say he's good looking, he's been treating you well, he probably took you out to dinner, all that kind of stuff,
He
right?
was funny.
Right, and you had made the decision how far in advance that would be the night you'd give it to him?
I hadn't. It just kind of
happened.
Right.
And he said, I'm willing to wait, you're important to me, all that, right?
Oh, yeah, you're a great girl, blah, blah, blah.
Right, and you go to bed with him at your apartment or your house, right?
Yeah.
All right, and there it is, a romantic night, and he undresses you, and you, for the first time, are fully nude in front of him. Am I correct?
Okay.
All right. And he likes what he sees. I know you keep your body in shape.
Yeah.
Boob implants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
All right, I'd like to hear her admit it.
Oh, yeah. From less than an A to almost a B. Rock on,
All right, and you stand there naked in front of him, fully shaved?
Again, getting a tick too personal because Mother listens.
Mother's fully shaved, and how do I know that?
Oh, I don't even want to know, Daddy.
All right, so then you make love to him. You make
Okay.
love to this man, and is it a disappointment, or was it fantastic?
Oh, it was fabulous.
Fabulous. The love was good.
Oh, yeah.
Orgasm?
Oh, yeah.
He was able to last more than a minute?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
That part was all good, even up to the end.
Wow. How many times a night would he do you? 2, 3 times a night?
No, I don't know.
Doggy, that's the answer.
No.
To get an award.
Did he cry
What
afterwards?
does that have to do with the fact that I was, walking away, going, I've been sprung and giving away my cigarettes and my contraband and my,
All right, go ahead now. So now you're single. Yeah, what is it, Gary?
Hey, Melissa, who was your date the other night at the American Music Awards? I saw you on TV walking in with some guy with a hat on. Who was that guy?
A really good friend of mine named Ira Dean.
But not a boyfriend?
No.
Never
really
did
good
him?
for actually an ex-boyfriend.
So you did him.
No.
You never gave him your hey nanner nanner?
The other night?
No, in general.
Well, we dated for quite a while.
Did he make you bow-legged after?
No. But no, he's in a band called Trick Pony. They're country music people, and we're really good friends. It's actually quite funny, and I called to sort of pay my condolences after they didn't win the CMA and was making fun of him that he didn't get invited to the AMAs.
All right.
And he's like, I was mouthing off, and he's like, okay, that's it. I'm coming out. We're going.
Well, I want to congratulate you on your FME.
I'm to be given this award by you, a dear family friend.
Thank you, and I thought maybe you would say something about your late father or something to commemorate the occasion.
Do you want some tears this early?
Anything.
Okay, let me think. Let me think about something sad. It's too early, and I laughed too hard when I listened
Melissa
to you
Rivers,
guys.
the winner of the FME. Thank you, Melissa.
Thanks, guys.
And look for Melissa on the TV Guide channel. She hosts TV Guide's Greatest Moments, December 20th on ABC. You can see Melissa on the red carpet at the Globes, January 16th on the TV Guide channel.
All right.
All right, thanks, Melissa.
Thank you.
There you go. The FMEs get more and more excited.
I wondered where they were.
Wow. That was great. What is it, Ralph?
What are you doing? That's not right. You can't play moments that didn't happen on the show. Like
We don't care, dude.
Dick Vermeil and that. How do you beat Jeff the Drunk? I mean, that
Jeff
was
has
just
so many FMEs.
that woman breaking up after she had sex with him is just so great.
That is good.
Yeah, but that wasn't Jeff crying. That was the woman.
I mean, the woman, whatever.
Jeff cried.
Yeah, she should have won, the one who cried.
I thought she was a shoo-in after the girl who we couldn't find.
You know what the problem is? A lot of these people don't want to show back up on the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the problem.
They don't want to come and accept their
Was that immediately after she had sex?
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. She cried for the best reason. I mean, Melissa Rivers leaving A, who cares? Having sex with Jeff the Drunk, that's a cryable offense.
I remember how creepy it was. Isaac from E was videotaping the sex.
Yeah.
And things were just going from bad to worse. And the girl just broke down all of a sudden and started to weep.
Oh, my God.
Into a full blown out cry.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you.
She's
Well,
probably
it
in
can be
institution
heard.
now.
What?
She's probably in an institution now.
And did we contact her? She doesn't want to come on the show for an award, huh?
I don't know.
She probably doesn't want to have sex anymore.
This is the sound of Cindy Crawford after having sex with Jeff the Drunk. Literally. This is right from the tape. I'm not kidding.
Listen to that. Ain't that great?
It's got to make you can feel you can feel the drama. You hear the background?
Howard, imagine a woman doing that with happy
Oh, that's Isaac trying to get her out of the room. I had a chick cry like that once. High school. Pretty bad.
Yeah, you got to feel like pretty much of a heel if this happens.
This chick was really into me, and she came to my house. We smoked some weed. I took out my old man's, I made, what do you call those drinks? Apricot sour. You know the story. Chick was hot as hell. One of the best, hottest pieces of ass I ever got.
Yeah?
And we did it.
Get her loaded first?
Yeah, loaded and high.
Yeah.
On pot.
Yeah.
In my parents' garage. And then we go up to the bedroom, and I put on Neil Young. I shot my baby down by the river. Bad choice. And for some reason,
the weed and the apricot sour, she might have had a bad reaction.
Put on a rubber, started. She was ready. Mission accomplished. And I barely, like the first second I was done.
Oh.
And I turned to her and I went, you know what? I can't do this. Meanwhile, I was done. She didn't know. I go, I can't do this. You know, we just met. We should hold off because I was embarrassed. Plus, I pleasured myself 4 times before that. I got home from high school. I was pleasuring myself all day before I picked her up. Senior year of high school. Took my old man's car, got her over at our high school, the whole deal. I was done in a second. I go, we can't do this. She looks at me, bursts into tears, says she wants to call her boyfriend up in Albany.
What?
Yeah. Starts like howling. Ooh, I want to call my boyfriend. I go, your boyfriend? I go, if my dad sees a phone bill to Albany, I'm dead. You got to go home and call. I'll drive you home. Sobbed away, whole way home, and that was the end of it.
You let her out of the car crying?
Yeah.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
said,
Throw a box of tissues at her.
yeah, I said, try and pull yourself together.
I'd love to hear
But how do you feel now? I mean, you got to feel like a worm or something.
Yeah, I felt pretty bad about myself.
Jeez.
Took a while. It took at least a week to get over it. It took at least an hour.
I'd love to hear a tape of her talking to her boyfriend on the phone. All he hears is her crying, and in the background, down by the river.
Yeah, oh, man.
Howard, man, that happened to me once.
Really?
Got this chick loaded. It was at a club. She was drunk and back, and had sex. And she woke up in the morning. She turned around. She looked at me and freaked out. She like hopped out of bed. She's like, "Oh, I can't believe I did this. What are you doing? Who are you?" She like didn't even know who I was. It was so great. She was so hot too.
Oh, man, that's great.
See, I got a boyfriend.
Yeah,
Well, that's your problem.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't bum me out.
Yeah, go make me some eggs.
Ralph's funny with chicks, too. But I hooked him up one time with this really hot chick.
Uh-huh.
And you know who I'm talking about. And Ralph is doing her. Like 3 times he does her one night. He calls me up. Whispering. He goes, yeah, she's asleep. You're not going to believe what I just did. I go, what'd you do? Can I tell this story?
Which one is it? I'm not sure.
You know, where the chick was asleep?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So he goes, oh, man, I got to be quiet. She's laying right here. I go, you son of a bitch, man. That chick's so hot. He goes, you're not going to believe what I did. He goes, we had sex like 3 times. I woke up in the middle of the night. I went to have sex, but she was passed out. So I pleasured myself. And let me see how I can explain this. I wish it was a year from now where I could fast forward and tell this story on satellite.
Can I say it was like kind of like grinding on her?
Right. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. He was grinding on her.
And she wouldn't wake up?
So he was done. And when she woke up, see, how do you tell this story, man? Gary, put in my...
Was there evidence when she woke up?
Yes, the evidence was...
Put it on the list for serious.
Yeah. Hey, Gary, put it in that special folder so we can tell this story when we move.
Where was the evidence?
All over?
It's so funny.
Oh, my
I go,
goodness.
what's going on over there? He goes, oh, man, wait till she rolls over.
Oh, no.
No, I think I called you when I left, because I think I left at
Oh,
that
you were at
point.
her house?
Oh, I thought that was at your place.
I don't remember where it was. No, I left. Yeah, it was at her.
Yeah, I was jealous, too. The chick was hot.
Oh, my goodness.
And she was fun.
Yeah, it's when I was married.
Passed out, though. That's what she gets.
Yeah, for passing
Don't
out.
pass out with Ralph in the house.
You know the chick, too.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I don't want to know who it is because I'll never be able to look at them the same way.
Yeah, I'm not going to say. She woke up. She was like, what the hell am I?
She was stuck to the sheets.
Oh.
It's like in The Godfather, you're waking up with the horses.
Only you can't move the sheets.
I was outraged.
Oh, that's horrible.
It was horrible.
It is an outrage.
Yeah.
I only did it a couple times after that again.
Yeah, she was way hot. Was she good in bed?
Yeah, but she was really kind of dopey, and then, I don't know, she got kind of weird, too.
Yeah,
You saw her more than once.
Yeah, he saw a bunch of. She was so hot, and then
Yeah, she was fun to hang around with for a little while, but she got really...
he went to a club with her, and he started to have feelings for her, and she turns to him in the middle of the club, and she goes, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing next to me? I'm not looking for a boyfriend."
No, that was another chick.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I thought that was her.
No, they all melded to one.
Yeah.
You'd think that would be right up Ralph's alley.
Yeah, that really turned me on when she said that.
Hey, get away from me.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. No, Isaac wants to talk about this. Hold on one second. Then I got to take a break. I'm way behind.
Yeah, because I really would like to talk to that girl again, see how she's doing. Because I said to her that day, I said, what was it like? You realized what your life had become?
Yeah,
I mean, why wasn't she crying before that?
Yeah, we should have talked to her. But I think, I don't know that, I don't know if she wants to put it behind her maybe. Isaac.
Hey.
What's up?
That audio tape does no justice of the scene that was happening there. I mean, it was very scary. It was like a scene out of Third Watch. You know, like I was wrapping up the shoot. Everything seemed fine, and then I turned around and looked on the bed, and she's just wigging out. You know, she's non-responsive, and then I kind of shook her a little bit because I was really scared. I didn't know what was going on. I mean, I'm a television producer. I'm not like a medic. You know.
Yeah, right. I know.
I mean,
it's really bad.
Send you to a school.
Yeah, we got to send him to medic school for some of these
Isaac should have
encounters.
been brought up in charges for not intervening.
All right, I got to. Yeah, no, I mean she was. She was a volunteer. She was a volunteer. She was into it, but I guess it just afterwards she just had this reaction to Jeff the drunk that was
Came to her
wild.
senses.
Yeah. All right, dude, got to go. We'll be back right after these words.
The shock jock Howard Stern.
You might as well take down that promo, anti-Bush activist. I mean, I was not for him for president, but he's my president. What am I going to do? I'm going to sit here and cry over it.
Yeah, we gotta watch it.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting my ass out of this kind of radio, just in time, just in the nick of time. Hey, Greg Giraldo's going to do the news with us. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
a very funny guy, witty guy. Bring in Greg. Let him sit down. Chill out a little bit. Yes, Moggy.
Hey now, Howard. What's up, man?
Hey, Moggy. Don't I know you from the bulletin board?
You bet you do, man. Love the bulletin board.
I've seen your name on there. I've seen the name Moggy on the bulletin board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time Jess was on, she pronounced it Moogie.
Right.
And the shout-out was nice and everything, but, we love the bulletin board, Howard, and, I don't know if you know how much Jess does for you on there.
I don't know how much Jessica Hahn does for me on there.
She is, your biggest fan, and she's actually buying serious receivers for the regulars on her thread. Has she told you about that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
That is nice, actually.
Yeah, she's got the second most popular thread on there to Kel Munster. I believe you know about his thread.
Yes, I do.
And Kel's a good guy and everything.
There's a whole universe going on in that bulletin board. I was going to shut it down, and I didn't have the heart to do it because so many people enjoy it.
You'd ruin lives if you shut it down.
Yeah, we only put that up a couple of months ago, and there's like this one thread that's a bar. It's an imaginary bar, and people go in there and pick each other up, and evidently a lot of dudes are getting laid off this thing.
Oh, yeah, there's all kind of people hooking up. Actually, there's a Boston hookup coming up here from Jessica's thread. This girl, Danger Girl, who's a really cool girl on Jessica's thread.
Yeah. Jessica Hahn started going on there a couple of months ago, and now she's got this huge following on the bulletin board.
Right, she's got a whole community.
She does.
Yeah, she's amazing, Howard.
Yeah, people love her. They love her on there.
I mean,
what am I going to tell you, man? How am I supposed to close that down? I was going to close it down. I mean,
don't do
It's
it,
got
dude.
its own life.
You can get laid on the board?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Artie,
I mean,
you have
in
no
a serious
idea how
way.
many nicks that you have on there.
How many what?
How many nicks people have made about you?
Nicknames.
Oh, Nick.
Oh, I thought you were saying a racial slur. I thought you called Artie a nig. I was like, what?
Artie's big with the nigs.
Yeah, Artie, you're very big with the nigs.
Man.
Yeah, I know I'm big with the nigs.
I know I'm big with the nigs.
I do a lot of personal appearances.
A lot of nigs come to my show.
Oh, my
So now, Howard, you
Wops love them too.
Wops.
Wops, nigs, kikes, everyone.
The
Spicks.
Oh,
You
just in
name
love
it.
with him.
I think I'm going to open up Artie's Nig Bar on the bulletin board.
All right, Moggy, thank you for the call.
Hey, thanks, Howard. Love you, man.
Love you.
Peace.
Peace out, my friend. There he is, Greg Giraldo. Everyone knows who he is. His
Great to be here, Howard.
his new
Thank
comedy album, Good Day to Cross a River. Everyone always wants to know what that means, except me. In stores in a couple of months, and for more information, go to greggiraldo.com. What are you up to?
Well, lots of different stuff. I got this single, which, believe it or not,
I know.
it was like the most requested single in K-Rock for 5 weeks in a row.
It's you ranting.
Yeah, well, it's just like sort of a version of my stand-up that they just
Put to music.
Put to music, and I had no idea that's
Oh,
what was
I got to
happening.
hear this. What is
They
it?
play it here all the time.
They do?
Yeah.
What is it? Let's hear it.
It's like a music track.
Yeah, it's weird. these guys, like, they saw me doing stand-up. They used to be in that group Aqua that did Barbie Girl, that little poppy, corny pop song years ago.
You love that song, Howard.
But, you know, probably,
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. It's outrageous and contagious.
You know, they made millions and millions of dollars off that worldwide.
Yeah.
And so we had a mutual friend. He brought him to see me at a comedy club, and they said, "Oh, they're Danish, you know," and they said, "We really like your stuff. We want to just redo this." They made it seem like they were just doing this bizarre art project where they were just going to put bits and pieces and clips of things together. They ended up using, like, I go to their hotel, they have a recording studio, and I just did, like, just talked for.
And you get paid for that?
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be happening, but you know how that's.
It's you screaming about pot, right? The pot should be
it's something
legal.
about pot. It's just general stuff that I rant about more or less. But
You start screaming about how pot should be legal, and that isn't it amazing that they can take a pill and give 80-year-old guys erections, and you know, that's not exactly legal. I mean, you know, it's weird. So why can't pot be legal? And it's just a bunch of music going on behind it.
So can you get, like, publishing rights for writing a song, like, if every time it's played and stuff?
I thought you were going to ask me if I can get.
Are you getting money?
I get a lot of now that I'm
actually
a rock star.
Are you making some money?
You know what they said? Originally, it went from, man, this is going to make you millions of dollars, to, like, this may help bring people out to the clubs. It went like the complete.
Here's $50.
I'm like the lead belly of the electronic music world. I signed away all my rights, thought nothing of it.
Is your career going okay?
It's all right.
Everything's good. Someone said you got bumped from Letterman again.
3 times.
Jesus.
Yeah,
when is the last time you got bumped from Letterman?
Last one was about a month ago or so. Jane Pauley was the host, the guest. They kept. I've been bumped by people. I got bumped once when Rosie Perez was the only guest. She was the only guest, and she was literally on promoting a documentary about Puerto Rico that she was producing for the Independent Film Channel, which would be out sometime in 2005.
Yeah.
That was all she was talking about, and they bumped you.
So what's your gig like? You go on there and you do stand up.
Do stand up, yeah. But each time he sat me down and we sort of talked for a couple seconds because it was time to kill him.
First time you get bumped for Jane Pauley. Like how does that?
First time was Rosie Perez. Second time was Tommy Franks, General Tommy Franks, and the last time was Jane Pauley.
So how does it work? Like you get the call, and for a comedian, you're like, oh my God, this is great, Letterman. This is like a big break.
And you fix up some good material.
Yeah, you got to
go out to the clubs.
Sets, you know how they do the sets for these shows? It's got to be tightened up. It's got to all be pre-approved. And so the set's like set in stone for months before you even get on the show.
And do you tell your whole family and like you? Because you know probably your family thinks, why did you go into comedy? Why didn't you get a normal job?
Yeah, it's sad, and then
it's sort of your validation.
Yeah, and then you sit there and. You know.
So what happens? They call you up and they say, okay, we want you on like next Thursday or something. And you go, great.
Yeah.
At what point do they tell you you're not going to be on? Do they make you go all the way down to the studio?
They literally tell you, you're sitting, the last time was crazy. I was literally in the wings and they're trying to give me the right mic. They go, do you want handheld? Do you want this? I go, well, am I going or not? Because it sounded like it was still a commercial break. And then the stage manager says, 30 seconds, then you. They're going to finish this, then you. I'm like, wait, I don't think this is right. And then she says, she goes, go, go, go. And she pushes me out onto the stage. And I'm walking toward the mic, and I realize there's still a commercial. Davis sitting there with his producers.
Right.
And I said, what the hell's going on? And Letterman freaked. And what's going on? It was like a completely disorganized.
And they threw you off the show.
No, but there was no time. I was never supposed to be sent out. I was supposed to be sent to just go sit with him to say goodbye, sorry.
And what do you wear when you go on these shows?
I just wear like a little teddy.
No, really, what do you wear?
Sexy. You're supposed.
Do you plan your outfit and everything?
You know what?
You do, right?
You know what does kind of suck is that you go out and now you got to go out and buy something else. You know, how long does it take to put together clothes that look presentable on television?
So, I mean, I'm trying to paint the picture.
They make you wear a suit. I don't know that they make you per se, but you know, they strongly suggest you kind of dress up a little. So you know, you get.
So you go out and buy a new suit.
Yeah,
and
you
you're all
spend the whole day all
so it costs you money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. And in fact, you usually have to cancel a road gig or something. So yeah, the whole thing costs.
Beside the shame of your family. Is there a walk of shame like when you go back and then I know when I do Letterman,
the pity effing that you get from everybody.
Yeah, there are people who stand around and watch the show and they work on the Letterman. You don't even know what they do. You walk out and they all go tell you how great you are and all this kind of thing. And when you walk out, do they all go, oh?
Yeah, it's like, oh, it'll be all right. And you're like, you know, I'm
like,
not
shut
a
up.
loser. It's like, this is, you know, and I actually did it. I got on the show once when Regis Philbin was hosting. So that's really, it was a dream come true.
Yeah. So
wait a minute,
do
now,
people look at you like you're a loser?
Yeah, they try to, you know, it's not that whether they look at you like a, you know, they would think that any significant person wouldn't have been kept waiting for an hour and then bumped off the show because Jane Pauley wanted to talk about her psychosis for another 5 minutes.
And and then you realize half the bits suck, and like, you know, why couldn't I go?
The other thing that makes it even worse is that when they realize that there's not going to be enough time for a full stand-up set, but they still have some time, so then they put in like these these bits that they have in reserve. They're terrible, little like 30-second things.
Oh,
so now it looks like you were bumped by that. So people are
Right,
like, man,
by crap.
Yeah, like that was.
But have you ever been sitting in the green room waiting to go on, and they come in and tell you then?
Yeah, it's usually right around there. But they take you. You don't know until you're downstairs in the green room right outside. Not in your dressing room. You're ready. They don't know till the last second.
Do you ever want to punch Dave in the face?
No, he was pretty cool both times. Like the first 2 times, he was very cool. And he actually helped promote a gig I was doing and everything.
Right.
But the last one, he was in a real bad mood because it was so disorganized at the end. And he was he said something like, "Well, hey, you're," and I couldn't shake being mad that time, so I was sitting there and he said, and I didn't know that we were going to talk. I thought I was just going to sit there. He's going to wave goodbye. And he started talking to me on the air.
Oh.
And you don't know like how you're supposed to be talking. You're supposed to just wait to be done.
That's weird.
And
You know what?
He said. So you're somewhere this weekend, and I go, you know what? I don't even know where I am.
You don't even
I don't
care.
even know what date it is today. I don't even care. And he goes, well, what? He says, well, way to sell tickets. All right, we'll be right back.
Yeah, deep thanks. Yeah, thanks for my 3-second spot.
Like that's going to sell tickets. Where are you going to be this weekend?
Yeah, well, I thought, well, I had
because you were so funny. you know what's weird? Because like I got a call from Rob Burnett. I happened to be sort of thinking out loud on the air. I was going, well, I think I want to appear on Letterman or some show like that so I can talk about this deal I signed, and I really want to tell my audience, what I'm doing, because it's hard here to talk about because everyone gets uptight. So I'm speaking to Rob Burnett, the guy who runs the show or something, and he says, we want you on the show. I said, okay, I'll do the show. Because we want you on Monday. I go, I can't do Monday. I said, how about Thursday? He goes, well, we got a bunch of people booked, but I'll move them. I'll get rid of them. I said, really? I said, okay.
Oh, no, so a bunch of people got it because of you.
Yeah, I like that.
Actually, Greg was on Thursday.
Yeah,
right. Well, you can come on with me. I don't care.
Those are fine. If they bump you without showing up, that's great. I mean, that does happen a lot in all
I got to
shows.
tell you, it makes you feel good about yourself. I mean,
your situation.
Yeah, to bump people. It was my situation.
Your situation is better than mine.
Greg's is horrible.
Yeah, no, you got it. It's better for you, definitely.
Yeah. So you're saying, Howard, you feel the direct opposite of how Greg felt?
Yes, I did.
Kicking me in the crotch when I'm down felt like a good idea.
He has no worries. When he goes over to the Letterman studios, he knows he's getting on.
Yeah. Oh, he knows. He knows full well. When he wakes up that morning,
I had a lot of years. I had a lot of years of being humiliated like Greg. Trust me. I mean, it was really bad the first 15 years of my career. I mean, awful. So don't feel that I got off scot-free.
No, he paid his dues.
I paid my dues.
He
trust me.
spilled some blood.
Hey, Jonathan, you're on the air.
Hey now, Howard. How you
now.
doing? Yeah. The reason I'm calling, my fiance just left me. I came home last night and my whole house was cleared out. And I mean, you've been a very inspirational person to me the last couple of years. You inspired me to vote for Kerry. I consider you. It's going to sound real homo and real gay, but I really consider you a good friend of mine.
That's gay.
Yeah, it is kind of gay.
Oh.
That's gay. And I'm just calling for some sort of inspiration. All
right, listen, you're talking and you're mumbling and you're muttering to yourself. Let me see if I understand. Let me see if I understand what you're saying. You're saying your fiance, your girlfriend,
right,
moved out and took everything.
Yeah, I was in class yesterday. I go to college, and I came
what could
home
you
from
have?
class.
What did she take? I don't understand.
The bed, the couches,
You're kidding
everything pretty much. Yeah, no, I'm.
Stuff you really need.
Exactly.
Is it stuff she paid for or you paid for?
She paid for it. She was.
Of course she took it.
Right. But I mean, it was just so sudden.
Dude, it's her stuff. What are you going to do? Go have her arrested for burglary?
No, not at all. I don't.
What is your question to me? What do you want me to do? What do you mean it was sudden?
I don't know. We shared.
What is your problem? That you took everything or that you miss her?
A little bit of both, but mostly, I don't know. I have exams. Finals are coming up.
I got to get out of this conversation. I'm going to throw up from you.
I'm sorry.
I have no idea what your problem is. I don't know what you want me to do.
She's also.
All right, I got to get out of here. I got to get up.
You got a fiance and he's in college. He's engaged while he's in college.
Yeah, you know what? She did him a favor.
Yeah.
Wow, my fiance took her stuff. Wow.
Hi, Jeff. You're on the air.
Hi, Howard. This is Jeff Jarvis. I used to be the TV critic at TV Guide.
Is it really Jeff Jarvis?
It's really me.
Yeah, I know Jeff.
And I just did a little investigation. I filed a Freedom of Information request with the FCC
yes.
on their fine against Fox.
Okay.
So they filed the largest fine, $1.2 million, and I found out it's based on only 3 people who actually sat down and wrote letters.
Oh, Jeff, let me tell you something. That's absolutely correct. This is not a...
It's not it's not a majority of the population who's in an outcry.
It's really just a few kooks who can't deal with anything.
It's like an old Foreign Legion movie with helmets on sticks trying to act like they're bigger than they are.
Right.
You know, the FCC said 159 had complained. That was ridiculous enough. I got the letter from them admitting that it was only 90. Then they said that, well, actually only 23 people had written the complaints. They sent me all the complaints, which is what I asked for in the request. And I looked through them. All but 2 were exactly the same.
Hey, Jeff, let me tell you something. You're a good writer. You working anywhere now?
Oh, yeah, I got a day job, but this stuff is all my blog at buzzmachine.com.
All right, hey, Jeff, you got to do this for me.
Yes, sir.
And I swear to God, this drives me crazy. When I had that guy on from the FCC, the guy who runs the FCC, Michael Powell.
Yeah.
They were cutting me out. I couldn't ask this question. He's going to fine Viacom for the Janet Jackson incident. And what I was trying to say to him is, and I got some of this out, I said, did you investigate? He goes, oh, yes, we did an investigation, and we found out that Viacom was in conspiracy with Janet Jackson. Now, they cut me off, but what I was going to ask him next is, where's the investigation? Did you ever speak to Janet Jackson? Did you ever speak to anyone from Viacom? If you claim you did an investigation, where is the information? I mean, it's a random act.
Any good reporter should be doing that. I've actually blogged that, saying that some reporter should file a request asking for it. I'll file that next and say I want to see their notes on their investigation of Janet Jackson.
Yeah. Would you call me up when you do this?
You bet I will.
You bet. All right, good. All right, what's that blog again?
Buzzmachine.com, and I can't wait to see you on satellite.
Great. Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Jeff Jarvis. Used to write for TV Guide, actually.
3 people.
3 people complained, and the largest fine in television history. Fox. For some dumb thing. I don't even know what it was.
I don't remember what it was.
I can't wait to get out of this whole mess.
But, yeah, they've ruined broadcasting.
They have. It's a joke. And the guys who... I'm not going to go into my whole speech. You know the speech by now. You can give it. Go ahead, Greg. You give it.
Well, Jesus is to blame.
Right. Greg Giraldo's new album, Good Day to Cross the River, in stores a couple of months, and also GregGiraldo.com. I got to take a break. When we come back, Robin's going to do the news. Greg's going to be here. We'll sit here. We'll talk. We'll cry.
We'll kibitz.
Kibitz a little bit.
We'll kibitz.
Kibitz, I'm sorry.
Yeah, what is this kibitz?
I'm sorry, he's hawking me in China.
That's better.
It's kibbutz.
Kibbutz.
Let's see. Some advice for Howard when he goes on Letterman. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is from the email. Suggest to Howard when he goes on Letterman, stay calm, talk slowly, and do not get hyper. In the past, when Howard was on Letterman or Leno, you could see and hear his nervousness. He talked fast, and his movements were jerky. He was not the relaxed person of the radio show. Well, you might have a point there. I tell you, when I go on these shows, I get absolutely hyper. There's about 5 million things I want to say, and I have to say them inside of 7-minute segments. And I will try to relax, but it's not real conversation. You've got an audience sitting there, and they want to laugh, and I don't know. I'm not going to go for laughs Thursday night. I'm going to just go out there and say what I have to say because I think it's a compelling story.
I think it'll be compelling to the audience just to hear what you have to say.
So, if you're tuning in for laughs, forget about it. I've done enough funny Letterman appearances. I've been the dancing monkey on his desk in a woman's clothing, and naked, and don't ask farting.
With your toes.
Combing his hair with my toes. I've done all of it. It's done. It's done.
You earned
Finished.
the right to just speak.
Thank you. Like Bill Cosby walks out. He's never funny.
Well, I just hope Rosie Perez is quick so they get to you.
Well, I saw Bill Cosby, and I got to give him one good mention here. I saw him on Leno one night, and he was funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a first.
It was funny.
In a long time.
Howard, please get the porn factor on E ASAP. I need it. I drove from Miami to Orlando this morning. I could not believe you got those hot, vivid girls to bend over and catch meatballs with their buttocks.
They didn't catch him.
You got to have that on ASAP.
Wet bitches.
And I will, and I'm going to try and get that on howardstern.com uncensored very soon, too. Here's a guy who claims that I'm gay. You recognize the B actor from Smallville at the Garden, but not Willie Randolph. You are gay.
I got to say, he's got a point.
That's the test?
I've heard Robin speak of a diet she's been on. Saved her life, and she lost weight on it. Where can I find information on this? Robin?
It's not a diet. It's a fast called the Master Cleanser, and you can look it up on the internet.
It's called cocaine.
And finally, from a hot female listener, please no more Chauncey. I can't stand him. He's the most disturbing creature to walk this planet. Please, I'm begging you for the love of God. For the sake of my eyesight, do not show him on the E! Show anymore. I'm begging you on my knees. I would rather much look at Baba Booey. Make Chauncey wear the welder's mask. I can't even stand his voice. I don't know why you have him on the show to begin with. He's annoying, he's a liar, and he's a degenerate. He's a disgusting human being. Please, I'd rather have anal from Tommy Lee than listen or look at Chauncey ever again. And there it is. That is the email.
And they wonder why men hate women.
Right. Tonight on E! The vegan Vixens. See hot vegetarian chicks get naked as we force them to kiss each other while we attempt to torture animals in front of them.
Remember how hot that black chick was?
Yes, I remember that black chick.
She was hot, man.
We were going to kill a hamster, I believe, unless they made out with each other, and it worked.
It did work.
It's a brand new episode. This is the second time we've had vegan chicks in here. And they are the best to torture.
They actually adopted an animal in here.
They did. I think it was a bug.
A gerbil, they took.
Gerbil.
So sometimes you have to be very resourceful to get chicks to make out, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we came up with a great plan, and it worked.
It seems pretty fail-safe.
We'll be back right after these words with the news.
Here's Puff Daddy on Howard Stern.
Time has come to give this man his respect. He one of the greatest DJs of all time. He the first nigga that really started DJs with getting some motherfucking paper. They started really putting some ice on them. And really started fucking with the bitches and all that shit. And yeah, by the way, I go by the name of P. Diddy. Yeah, y'all know me. But that's neither here nor there.
Howard Stern. Hey now.
Well, we're sitting here with Greg Giraldo. You were kidding during the commercial, right, about the crystal meth?
No.
Oh, you weren't?
Well, I mean...
I didn't know you did
Well, it's
that.
hard. You know, you try to come up with stories for the show because you always want to be a little on the edge. But I have, kids and I'm married, so I don't really have any good stories.
Right.
So I thought, so I could just tell you, stories about, snorting coke with a hooker in Reno.
But you're making it up.
No, it's a true story. But I was with a comic friend of mine who has his own show.
Right.
I can't
But
tell
you don't want to say
the
who it
Drew
is.
Carey show.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
it's
right.
not him, but it's another guy. But we had a lot of time to kill. We were at the airport for 6 hours. So why don't we go to one of these whorehouse things just to see it purely as a tourist attraction thing?
Right.
Because I really, I wasn't going to screw around. Married and the hookers weren't that hot. But it turns out one of them had lowered, so we end up just.
What, blow?
Yeah.
He said blow.
Yeah.
And you end up, and of course the person I was with is very AA and everything. And now I'm sitting on a flight for 8 hours trying to pretend that none of that happened. Pete Rose was sitting right behind me.
Is that
Richie
right?
Havens sitting next to me. I'm crawling off the walls of the airplane.
And what about the crystal meth?
Well, that's a whole other...
we don't want to talk about that?
I suspected- I changed it to blow because I thought crystal meth sounded too harsh.
Oh.
Well, in this story, the hookers were hot, Howard, so it's different.
Yeah.
See, I didn't think you were a drug guy.
No, I'm not really, generally speaking, at all, but it's just
I've never
recently.
done crystal meth. What is that? That sounds like...
You know what? It's the
super
worst.
speed, right?
It's like you do what seems like a little bit, and you don't sleep for 3 days. You don't eat or sleep for
I
3
hate
days.
that.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I did speed in college and stuff, and I hated it. And then I would do acid, and it would be laced with speed, and I would be all upset.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't get to sleep.
Yeah, that's...
And you wonder who's looking for that experience.
Yeah, I used to say, why am I doing this? I mean, there's nothing pleasurable.
Even while you're doing it, at least with Coke, you have that moment of, wow, this is actually fun. But crystal meth, even while you're doing it, you think this is ridiculous. Where can we get some
explain that
more?
high to me.
Where can we get more?
Right. But I don't understand crystal meth. Like, you get up, you're awake.
Right.
But there's nothing fun about it.
Well, there sort of is. I mean, just, you get sort of energetic. You feel it, but different people respond differently. And also, if you really want your marriage to end, it does that really well.
Right.
You get that going.
It makes you
quickly.
energetic.
Yeah.
Who wants to be that?
It makes you a good parent.
Yeah.
The kids, it takes a lot of energy to keep the kids moving.
It is. I've never done it, but I've known people who do it, and they all seem like fun people.
Yeah,
like
they're
when
all
you when you hang out with them.
God,
Yeah,
I thought that was like a highly addictive substance, and I'm like, well, why would you get addicted to that? On heroin, I understand. At least numb.
Right, you go to sleep.
You seem to lose your teeth pretty quick quickly with crystal meth versus almost
What do you
anything else.
grind them down?
I guess. It seems like people that are really into crystal meth seem to have not a lot of teeth.
And when you do something like crystal meth, do you ever say, gee, I got kids, I got a wife? Like,
It's the worst.
Does it go through your head? Like,
it's like, it's all over. Today's 12 hours without a drink or drug in my body, and that's it. I'm going right to a meeting after this.
Right, and what do you do when the kids say, Dad, what do you think of drugs?
Yeah, well, you can't help but be hypocritical. Although, then again, it's like, what else? I mean, what are you going to do about anything we've ever done?
When the kids sit down with you one day and go, Dad, have you ever tried crystal meth? And what are you going to say, no?
I don't know. It's really something I got to come to grips with pretty soon.
Yeah,
Like, it's like I live
Get back to us when you do.
I live this split life. You're on the road. It's like you're Mr. Leave It to Beaver in the city, and then you go on the road, and by the third day on the road, you're like a crazed pirate.
Right. If your kid says to you, "Have you ever tried crystal meth?" You just say, "Have you ever tried shutting up?"
Yeah.
Dad, you ever done blow with a whore?
No.
No.
Get back to schoolwork.
I think the important thing is if you have your kid's first experience doing blow with a whore to be with you.
Right.
This way, it's like,
there are guys who do that. With
it's a lot more. It's a lot more organic, and you show that you have an open relationship.
Let's do some news. Come on.
That's when you can say to your kid, you can tell me anything.
And never give a hooker money for coke. They do not come back with the coke.
You're kidding, aren't
They don't come back with that.
How do you know that? That's not true.
My friend Tony, it happened to him.
Right. What is in the news?
I have enormous drugs. Enormous drugs. I am robbing. I am robbing. Stop. I have enormous drugs. Enormous drugs. I am robbing. Stop. I have a whopping pair.
All right, Robin. Good for
All right,
you.
just a couple more notes from the Star Reynolds wedding. Her husband wore sapphire cufflinks that were worth about $15,000, and they were a gift from his new bride.
Mm-hmm.
There were 12 bridesmaids.
I have tape of her wedding, but I can't find it.
Oh, really? She made a deal with InStyle magazine to, reveal the wedding pictures, so she kept herself completely covered so you couldn't see her gown when she went inside. And during the dance, Say You Love Me, they gazed into each other's eyes.
I got the wedding vows on tape.
Really?
Miss Jones, do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband? And Mr. Reynolds, do you take this enormously fat, annoying pig to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Yes, yes, yes.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may now kiss the pig.
That's nice.
I heard that Star Jones said the only gift she wanted from her husband was for him to stop having sex with men.
Yes, that was it.
I don't know if that's true.
Is that true?
Which seems like a reasonable trade-off for the cufflinks.
That's right. They also say that over at The View, apparently she's not real popular with the staff. They have already started a betting pool on when the marriage will end.
Well, you got to admit that is the most embarrassing sort of wedding that's ever occurred. Aside from the rumors about this guy having, been with men, the blatant commercialism of it. I mean, there's nothing romantic when you just
shill
and whore out your wedding.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I feel kind of sad for actually. I kind of do.
Well, plus, I mean, this last thing that I read, she had this enormous wedding list, and she invited every person with a name that she could possibly think of.
Yeah.
And then there were some extra seats. So she sent out like a memo or something to the rest of the people at The View who had not been invited, that they could now come to the church.
That was nice.
Just to fill the church. So everybody, wanted to come to Star's wedding.
I was invited, and then I got bumped at the last minute.
Is poor that right?
you. It's like the Letterman show.
You were sitting right. You were headed up the steps to the church.
Jane Pauley went.
Here's the reception.
Wow.
And here she is walking down the aisle.
I love this.
What do you want, Ralph?
Yeah, real quick, though, it really is sad that she really wants to be married in the worst way. So just marry anybody.
It's sad.
Yeah, she had to find somebody who would go through this with her.
I should have married her.
You get some $15,000 cufflinks.
I would take that. I would like a girl to start paying me to marry her. That'd be really cool. What do you want?
Yeah, he hit the jackpot. Crystal is. I've
tried
done
that
it before.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were into that.
And I'm not into it. I mean, I ended up doing it once or twice, and it's good, but it's the worst feeling after. For days after, you're just like, first you're all edgy, you can't sleep, and then days after, it's just.
Well, what is so good? Like, okay, I understand what's wrong with it. What would be pleasurable about being up for days?
Well,
get a lot done.
You get a lot done. No, it's a good sex drug.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's really. I don't know. It's like better than ecstasy. It heightens everything.
Oh. All right. I mean, I'm just wondering why someone would even do it. It just sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, well, you don't know it when you first do it.
Right. Yes, John, you're on the air.
I was going to say, isn't sex good already?
Yeah, I mean, how much more heightened does the experience need to be?
I don't think that.
Yeah.
It's a good sex
You're
drug.
so wired out and nervous. It doesn't seem like it's a real turn on.
Yeah, John.
Yo, hello.
Yes.
Yes, how are you, Howard?
Come on, dude. You're killing me.
Hello.
Dude, can you hear me?
Yes, I
So
can.
talk.
I'm sorry, man.
Talk.
Oh, okay, dude. Right now, I'm just doing some. No, you guys are talking about.
Dude, no
I'm
S word.
sorry, man.
Come
I used the S
on.
word. Oh, I'm all wired up. That's why, man. I just wanted to tell you right now. I had some left over from last night, so I woke up this morning, and I grabbed down a couple of lines of threw them on the table, and put it up my nose, and it's just like you can't stop. All you keep doing is looking for more.
Oh, so you're doing coke right now, and you find that you're addicted.
Nah, not really. Not really. I can go for a couple of days without it.
Yeah, because you don't have it.
A couple days without it.
Yeah.
Way to go.
It is sort of instantly addictive.
And then I found a guy that's really cheap, like, $125 for like an 8-ball. And, and then,
Then you're all set.
prepare it. You got the whole thing. It's like a whole little, like, ritual. And then you sit there. And then a lot of times, man, I call people and nobody has any idea. They're like, "Oh, wow, it's a great idea. You sound like a smart, intelligent guy." A matter of fact, I think I just lost a job over it.
A matter of fact.
Well, that wasn't
A matter of fact, you do sound smart and intelligent.
Who's he
calling? I want to know.
Oh, thanks, man.
All right, I got to go. Have a party.
All right, thanks, dude.
He's doing blow by himself.
Yeah, I'm gonna party like a MFer, man. Take care. Thanks, guys.
He really is happy. Sitting there alone in his apartment doing lines of coke in the morning.
It's working for him.
That's the most depressing thing, is doing coke by yourself. Oh, God.
That's when you know you have a problem, right, Artie?
Yeah, that's brutal.
In the morning. It's brutal.
First
It's
thing.
lonely.
That's brutal.
What else is in the news, Robin?
The one other thing is that at the ceremony, when they get to that part where they say, does anybody have any objection or know of any reason, apparently Chris Rock banged down the kneeling thing, and it made a loud crashing noise that scared everybody at that moment. So Chris had a good time at the wedding.
Funny that he was there.
And Donald Trump was there only for a minute. I didn't even know that until I was reading this. He came in, I guess, just to do the red carpet thing and then left.
No, but for a minute, Robin, for black people, a minute means a long time.
Oh, okay. I don't know who
I ain't
wrote
seen
the
you
story.
in a minute.
Uh-huh. All right. So he was there for a while.
Yeah, that's
okay.
it's the reverse.
A shark devoured a woman off the coast of South Africa.
That's the worst thing.
77-year-old woman has been swimming, like this, like a daily thing for 7 years.
I'm going to go out for my daily constitutional. Wow.
And they said she probably was taken, off guard because her favorite stroke is the backstroke.
Right.
So she probably didn't even see it coming. And the only thing that was left of her was a red bathing cap.
I wonder how that works. Like, first of all, I thought sharks don't come that close to the shore.
They said it probably was following some fish into, because it saw this school of fish and was like, oh, there's dinner, and started.
Where was this?
following.
Australia?
South Africa.
South Africa, yeah.
Plus, old women do smell really fishy.
Yeah,
That's true. And you know what? It's got to be weird. Like, she's doing the backstroke, and then like all of a sudden you're doing it, and then like all of a sudden you look down and your legs are gone, and you're like, oh my God! And then all of a sudden, like, at what point do you know you're dead?
Yeah.
Well, they said first, it grabbed her and took a good chunk, and she was just floating there, and, you know, blood was all over the place. And then it came back, and it was like Jaws. The mouth opened up, and she was gone.
That's the way to go.
You're supposed to punch the shark in the nose. Isn't that what they tell you about that?
That's so not the way to go, though. I mean, to be food. And what a demeaning thing to be food.
I'm just saying, no, if you already got your legs bitten off, you want the shark to finish you off.
Take the rest of it.
You know what I mean? Just do it
Hey,
quick.
you bit my balls off.
Right, just take me. Eat my head.
Thanks, you left my penis.
Yes.
Now I got no balls.
Thanks for leaving my red bathing cap.
Thanks for leaving me bull.
I'm so done with the ocean, man. So
Yeah,
over
I don't
that.
think I could ever.
I am so done with it. I'll look at it and I'll walk alongside it, but I am not going in.
That long love affair you've had with the ocean is over.
Yeah, it's over. You know what I love? The pool.
Yeah.
That's what I say. There's no reason.
No
you know, 'cause
sharks
they
in the
always say after somebody, you know, gets eaten like this, well, yeah, but the sharks usually don't come in.
Well, that's why it seems like while you're being eaten by the shark, you know the probability, and you got to be thinking as you're dying how much God hates you.
Yeah.
My mom, this
God,
is a terrible way to go. My mom used to say to me, the salt water is so good.
How?
It heals the body if you're itchy or your skin. It's so terrific for your constitution. I go in, and I visited Israel, and I went in the Dead Sea, and you float. It's impossible to drown. And so, then I went, the salt gets into your system. It's terrific. I love it. I go, yay, you love it because you haven't been eaten by a shark.
Right.
That's why you love it.
So anyway, yeah, that poor woman
Jenks, go ahead.
became fish food.
Yes, Jenks.
Yo, good morning, Howard.
Yes, my captain.
I got a question, actually. You know, Star Jones, she was live on that show yesterday, and I watched some of it. Well, doesn't she go on a honeymoon or anything? Just goes right back on the air live?
That's the point. You know, look, this was an opportunity to make money, not a marriage.
Even she is saying there was no need for a honeymoon.
She needed, I mean, what would they do on a honeymoon, those two? The fact of the matter is that she probably needed to get back on TV to mention the sponsors, the freebies that she got.
And not only that, to get the ratings.
That's right.
It's November.
It's the sweeps.
Hey, you know what? Do you still have that thing of her walking down the wedding thing with the
Of course I
elephant
do.
sound?
Yes.
Here's that.
Well, of course I have it. That's the reception. And you're talking about walking down the aisle? It was a big moment. Are you kidding? Of course I have that. It's an exclusive.
That's hilarious.
Thank you.
Hey, you know what, Howard? I got a question for you anyway. You were married for almost 20 years, and have you ever accidentally called Beth Allison?
Never.
Not once.
Thank God, no. That would be bad. Because that could happen. You know.
I mean, has it almost happened? Have you caught yourself like just before?
No.
Have you ever done it on purpose?
Yes.
No, to keep her on her toes.
No, you know what? It's funny. Like, sometimes it occurs to me. I go, "Oh my God, what if I ever did something like that?" And you know, but it never happened. Thank God. But I do worry about it. You know, what would have been worse while I was married to Allison if I called her Beth.
Yeah.
Well, that would have been a real mistake.
That would have been a real mistake. Unfortunately, I wasn't with Beth at that point.
Right, so
All
you couldn't.
Thank you. Anyway, what else is in the news?
You know, they just opened that walkway in front of the White House again after several years of having it closed, and it seems to be working out because a man lit himself on fire at the gate of the White House yesterday after trying to hand some papers or something to some of the guards. Since they wouldn't take him at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, he had some flammable liquid on himself, started screaming, Allah, Allah, and then they noticed black smoke billowing.
No, he was going la 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 la.
Oh, was that what it was? He was singing a song?
You know what? To me, I'd rather be eaten by a shark than light myself on fire.
Yeah, that has always been a kind of freaky thing. That's a tough thing to do to yourself.
Yeah, I'd much rather go by shark than by fire.
It shows the sort of rational nature of your cause.
Yes,
when you're willing to set yourself on fire to support it.
Well, they've determined the guy's name. He's been identified as a federal informant on terrorism. His name is Mohammed Al-Nasi. He is now in critical condition with burns over 1/3 of his body. Hit E2.
E2. I can do that. That's him?
Yep.
Wow. He's on fire? I want to mix this in with the guy who gets stun gunned on Cops. Let's see. Let's see if I can make this happen. Give me a second. This could be good. All right, ready?
All right.
David, I told you to get out of my house. Move.
Sounds like one of those tugboats.
I know,
Or it sounds like when the guy blows the ram's horn in the temple. Like, here, I'll do it. Tequila! Shavorim! Tequila!
That's pretty ironic.
Sounds like Star Jones' husband on the wedding night.
Oh. Al, come make love to me.
Ow, my foot is caught up.
Al, lift my belly and pleasure me. Oh, that's it. Lift my enormous fur.
Al, hand me that sandwich. Al, stop playing.
They're all fixing it now.
That's it.
Oh, my goodness.
What's up, Eddie? What's doing, man?
Hey, Howard, thank you for the satellite. I love it. It's great.
Oh, great.
Thank Robin. Thank you for all the show's great. Thank you for the group Undermine X. They're the best. You guys have the best show out there.
There you go. Undermine X. Always looking for that plug. Jimmy, what's up, baby?
What's up, Mr. Stein? How you feeling?
All right.
Good. I just want to, not to be bad, but I hope it doesn't happen, but do you feel that the satellite's going to fail like CBS did?
CBS?
Your show on Channel 2.
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I don't want it to happen. I hope
Well, I don't feel my show on CBS was a failure, quite frankly.
Well, I don't think it was a failure.
I feel it was a rerun of the E! Show for the third time.
And the E! Show certainly works.
And I said to the company, I don't think that that's going to work, but you guys want to go air it. And they did pretty well in the ratings. I mean,
another thing, you made a
wasn't
phony
actually.
phone call. You made a funny phone call to me about 8 years ago. It was one of the funniest things you ever did, and you rerun it on the Best of Stern about me being in a porno. I wrote you a letter, and you made a funny.
Well, you know, the guy asked he's annoying, but he asked a question: am I afraid of failure? And the answer is, you want to do well at anything you do. You know, of course I want Satellite to be a huge success, but I'll tell you why I signed with Satellite. I feel Satellite would be a success without me. I think that I'll be a catalyst. I'll get some people to go over faster. And I think some people will choose my brand of Satellite over the competing brand because I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's inevitable. That's how good I think the product is. So I'm going to be talking to Letterman about that Thursday night. I don't think it can fail. I mean, failure's relative. Well, in other words, it would be nice to sign up there and see 10 million people come with me. That would be a great success. But also, if I go over there and I build slowly and people come and people get a new car and they say, oh, maybe I'll go listen to Stern, that's good too. Any way is a win. But sure, nobody wants to fail at anything they do, but I'm so convinced that this is huge, that this is the wave of the future, that I must tell you I have a calm about this that I've never had before. So, no, I don't feel that kind of pressure.
Seems like a weird question to ask you the way you phrase it. Do you think satellite's going to fail like CBS did? Yes, I think it's going to fail. That's why I've
completely ended my career on terrestrial radio.
I'm almost positive there's no possible chance.
I know it's going to fail, but I decided to go anyway.
You know, I can't tell for sure, but my gut tells me this is a dead-end street. Absolutely.
My entire career I'm throwing out the window for a losing proposition.
And I decided to do that knowingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as far as the CBS show goes, I thought it was a no-brainer. Like the company said, Mel Karmazin came to me and said, listen, I have nothing to put on Saturday night. Do you mind running the E! Show? I said, don't we already run that on E! And you hear it on the radio? And he goes, nah, just put it on. Let it air. I got nothing else. So I said, I don't think it'll do very well. But it's a slam dunk for me. Sure, go ahead. So, that's fine.
Yeah.
But as far as this goes, this is me taking my whole career.
Yeah, this is not the same thing at all.
And I'm telling you, I love the product, so that's it. That's it. What is it, Adidas?
Adidas.
Hey.
No, Adidas.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hi, Adidas.
Can you play the Star Jones walking down the aisle?
They love it.
It is so funny.
Everybody loves Star Jones walking down the aisle. All right, we'll be back right after these words. Good luck, honey. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Tonight I need the vegan Vixens. See those hot vegetarian chicks get naked and kiss to save animals we threaten to kill. Vegan Vixen tonight I need. Brand new episode of the show. Greg Giraldo joining us. Big show today. FMEs, all different kinds of people calling in, but now it's time for news. Robin?
ODB had 7 children.
7.
According to his manager, he was paying child support to 7 kids.
Right. Please.
And he had 3 with his wife and 4 with other women, 4 other women. And he signed the birth certificates to prove that he was the father. And so each will be represented equally in his estate when they divvy up things.
Yeah, rest in peace, ODB.
Old dirty bastard has gone away.
The dog is not the one to be with, straight up.
We're gonna miss those words he'd say.
Nigga, please.
It's so sad he had to leave us.
With us, that goes for FBI, CIA, all y'all motherfuckers.
Dirt McGirt and Big Baby Jesus.
I walk the streets for Douglas. My name Dirt Dog.
We won't forget the things he did.
I'll probably whip a nigga ass.
Smoking crack and having 13 kids.
You do a lot of donations for children and shit like that.
Goodbye to ODB. The man who gave us Nigga Please. Nigga Please.
Nigga, please.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
ODB, rest in peace.
Yes.
I had him on the show many, many times. Good guy.
Great guest.
Great guest.
Robin, what you're forgetting is ODB had 7 kids. Dirt Dog had 6 kids.
Oh, I see. That's how it went?
Yeah.
Well, Dirt Dog doesn't have an estate. That's the problem.
Right.
You know what I noticed? That rappers, they almost never use the word perhaps in their songs.
No. There's a law against it.
Yeah, perhaps you ought to back that ass up. Perhaps.
They're very definite.
They set bad examples for the kids.
You think?
I think so.
Rap stars? Why do you think?
Name one example of a rap star.
You know what I love about even the whole vote or die, Puff Daddy thing, that the rappers are coming out in favor of the Democratic Party because, of course, the Republicans are pro-gun, and misogynistic and materialistic, all those values that the rap community
Yeah, it's a little
looks down on.
strange, isn't
Yeah.
You would think the
rappers are the most Republican of anybody.
Got a good point there.
Absolutely. Somebody ought to point that out.
Never looked at it that way.
Yeah.
That's why you're a professional comedian.
You say this. The Vibe Awards are supposed to be on TV tonight, but I don't think they're going to show you the big fight.
It broke out into a fight and some guy got stabbed at the Rap Awards.
Apparently it was Dr. Dre, who, is one of the big producers in rap, was getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. And as he was approaching the stage, I guess, to get his Lifetime Achievement Award, somebody jumped up and punched him in the face.
What's the beef, sir?
So that just erupted in a huge melee, and somebody wound up getting stabbed, and they had to bring in additional police from outside of wherever they were staging this to help quell the violence after all the fights.
That's a racist stereotype.
Why?
Thank you, Greg. Thank you for setting it straight. If I was somewhere and a 35-year-old man got a Lifetime Achievement Award, I'd punch somebody. That would make me mad.
You know, on the this pilot I did for Comedy Central, we had a joke about the Chris Rock hosting the Academy Awards. Like, Chris Rock's going to be the host of the new Academy Awards, and in keeping with the more urban theme, they're going to rename the show the Oxers.
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 I accept this oxer. That's funny. Look you writing those jokes.
Gotta write some jokes.
David Lee Roth in the paper today with his new gig. I always thought this was a joke, that he was studying to be a paramedic, but it's true. He's been on over 200 runs, and the other day he, saved some woman's life by, shocking her heart back into working order.
He shocked her.
Shock to the heart.
Well, you know what? If I had a bad accident and David Lee Roth showed up, that would be shock enough for me.
Hey, I'm Diamond Dave.
But they say that he's dyed his hair. He doesn't have the blonde hair, and he's very low-key. He says in the 200 runs, he has never been recognized, which is great for him. He was even reluctant to talk to the Post about what he's doing. He's so serious about it.
He shares a terrace with a friend of mine downtown. He lives right above them. They share this terrace. He's completely nuts. He's taking helicopter flying lessons. Like flies helicopters. He's taking
he's doing a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Might as well shock. Ow. Ow.
He's enjoying his money.
I was sitting at the Comedy Cellar one time with David Lee Roth sat down and Jerry Seinfeld, and obviously you know David Lee Roth, how he makes no sense. He just babbles on about crazy stuff. And talk about a guy that has no tolerance or something like that. So David Lee Roth sits down, he tells one of his stories about, it's like a boat. It's got to reach the ocean, and if it doesn't, it's like the world's collapsing, man. Seinfeld just stood up and walked away. Didn't acknowledge it.
Had enough, man.
That's it. This is not going to be.
God damn it. Look at this fool.
I'm not going down this road.
I don't have time for this.
Yeah, well, maybe one day Jerry Seinfeld will need some sort of emergency medical help. David Lee Roth will walk away.
There you go. See how it all comes around?
Sorry, my man. I'm leaving.
Or maybe he'll finish that story before he does the shocking. Colin Powell, of course, announced that he is leaving the post of Secretary of State yesterday, and it was already proposed that Condoleezza Rice, the National Security Advisor, will step up to take his place.
Why? Why don't they get a new guy to take his place and let Condoleezza do what she's doing?
Because they don't want any disagreement. If you put her in there, then that's what we're doing. Lawrence Eagleburger is a former Secretary of State, and he says Powell's policies were very successful in North Korea. E3.
Eagleburger. Sounds like one of those names that's Jewish, but it's not. Eagleburger.
He was very good in his dealings, particularly with issues such as North Korea, where he, in fact, was very instrumental.
The origin. Sometimes they look up these names.
And find out where they come from.
Like even Smith is from an old smithy,
Yeah, the blacksmith.
But Eagleburger, that's like Indians used to eat Eagle burgers.
I'm saying, did you ever have McDonald's Eagle Burger? It's a special. Made out of eagle.
Philip Gurovich believes that Powell should have been more outspoken when he disagreed with other members of the administration. E4.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It felt to me that he never took a stand that was clearly at odds. Now, that's being a good soldier, and it's tough to do that in a situation like this. But if conscience is what he's going to be remembered for, it would have been better if he'd been on the record saying that more strongly.
Yeah, he was against the war in Iraq, and
I really thought he would have resigned at that time, but he didn't. He just stayed put.
He said he hated his job. It was the worst 4 years of his life, he told a friend. And basically that every time they'd go in and he'd say something, Bush would say, oh, okay, I agree. And then 2 days later, Dick Cheney would change everything, and they would go against him. And Dick
Somehow
Cheney...
it never became policy,
Colin Powell would not even say anything nice about Dick Cheney.
He didn't mention him.
No.
I wonder, is Colin Powell, is he going to go back to doing the weather on the Today Show?
Yes.
He doesn't know what he's going to do right now. But
he's hoping for an anchorman's job in Minnesota.
Certainly a possibility.
Wants to do the play-by-play at the Knicks game.
Now, of course, there was a situation in Fallujah the other day where a Marine apparently shot an unarmed insurgent who had already surrendered or something.
Oh, gee, sorry. I made a mistake.
And that's exactly what he's saying. I didn't realize he had already surrendered.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
So there's going to be a big investigation. But what do you expect to happen when you're going door to door shooting people?
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get shot.
Did you see that? Did you see the footage of it?
No.
Oh, it was creepy as hell. This guy, it's like an older guy, and he's laying there, and then somebody says, he's pretending, he's just playing dead.
Yeah, he's pretending to be dead.
And the guy just machine guns him and goes, well, he's dead now.
Yeah.
And it turned out he was already disarmed. He was already
People in Iraq, though, are going to just hate us forever. It's
Well,
just
these
a
are the
mess.
kinds of mistakes that lead to, suicide bombing.
Yeah, we're just doomed. I hate to have such a negative view, but it just doesn't look good. We really should be back in Afghanistan and getting into Pakistan and going after Al-Qaeda. I don't know what we're doing. And that's what Colin Powell tried to tell the president, but he don't listen.
Well, he is, on record as saying you never lead your troops into a quagmire.
Right.
And that's exactly what we're in.
And this is the quaggiest of mires.
Yeah.
We should have started with North Korea, I think. But they...
Well, what's the joke?
I don't know.
I don't need to go over there. All right, what else? Was anything else, Robin?
Yes, there was a hazing incident.
No wonder Letterman bumped you.
At St. John's the other day. And, we've talked about these hazing situations before. Apparently, men in college have to hurt each other in order to feel good about being in a club together.
Well, it's not that. It's to sublimate your gay urges.
Nothing like branding a man to say you're heterosexual.
Nothing like paddling a man's ass with a plank of wood to really set yourself apart.
3 fraternity brothers told their St. John pledges to assume the position, and you know what that position is. You pull down your pants, you bend over, and you cup your hands over the, vulnerable parts.
Oh, you mean I can't smack your balls?
Yes.
How big are your balls?
And I don't understand how these guys are so old if they were still in college. A 24-year-old, a 25-year-old, and a 32-year-old.
That ain't good.
32-year-old.
Is it Van Wilder?
32 years old getting spanked.
Well, no, these are the spankers.
Please spit in my face.
They allegedly paddled Brian Chambers last summer while he was pledging for Phi Beta Sigma.
Wang.
They had to, they had them bend over.
Yeah.
At the waist, stick their backsides out with their hands in front of them, protecting, as I said, their softer parts. And then the guy started wailing away.
Anybody catch a meatball with their ass?
It's hard to
But
say.
they wailed to the point that this guy, Brian Chambers, or Nielsen Chambers, wound up in the hospital with kidney failure.
Oh, my God.
His kidneys completely gave out from the trauma.
He must have a really flat ass.
Nothing to catch those paddles.
How do you get kidney failure?
Yeah.
Guy in college for 14 years must be really, really smart. You got to learn a lot in 14 years.
Yeah, you should know how to beat a guy, though, by that time.
Anything else, Robin?
They had to, usually they started out with the performing of calisthenics. They take you out into the woods to perform calisthenics, recite historical facts. And by the end of summer, you're enduring these terrible beatings. These guys are on trial.
Oh, that's gay.
Always love the hazing stories.
Anything else, Robin?
Don't understand them, but I love them. In showbiz news, Nicolas Cage has a new movie coming out. It's called National Treasure.
Nicolas Cage and Greg Giraldo.
Here he talks about the believability of the movie, A1.
I think you have to give yourself over to the
Okay, I'm done with that clip.
Yeah. And now he shares his thoughts about turning 40.
Well, I always...
He's only 40?
Yeah.
Come on.
Turning 40 for the 8th time.
Add a year to myself, so I'm prepared for the next birthday. So when I was 39, I was already 40, and now I'm 41. But
that makes sense.
Makes me, I'm feeling, I don't want to say happy, because that's too fragile a word, but I'm definitely content. And
oh, good. We wait on your every word.
Yeah. Happy
We're
is
very
fragile.
glad to know that.
Happy's a fragile word.
I wish you would tell us how he works as an artist.
Yeah. That's next week.
After the Sunset, Selma Hayek says she had fun dressing up as a man for this movie. B1.
I loved it. I was very upset that it had such a small play in the film. I said, we could do something fantastic with this character. You know, people...
I dress up like a man.
It was fine.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. You dressing up like a man.
Yeah.
Put a bathing suit on.
And here she explains.
What are we doing? You're in a movie. Hey, Salma Hayek's in the movie. Oh, great. Oh, now she's a dude.
Probably some homo directed it.
Really?
Really? Why would you do that? You're right.
I understand
right.
she's in a lot of bikinis.
Yeah.
Wet a lot, too.
Oh, good. Okay.
Good.
Selma explains why women are more willing to make changes in their lives for men. B2.
I don't think it's about changing the whole life for a man. We just understand we're not afraid of change.
Good. Imagine listening to that every night.
Edward James Olmos is in a thong in that film.
Pierce Brosnan is in the movie, and he was asked how he feels about his days as James Bond coming to an end.
You think, okay, well, the fifth, I think we can just get in under the wire here and...
See, girls, when you hook up with a really good-looking guy, this is what you got to listen to.
Then go out on a good note. But it wasn't meant to be, and I don't have any grief.
Guys who are good-looking equal boring. The more ugly we are, the more interesting we are. You have no idea how much fun I am.
Sometimes it works that way, not all the time.
All girls should be fighting over me.
Yeah, because we only date ugly chicks who aren't boring.
That's right, Artie. Woody Harrelson has been away from movies for a while. He's also in After the Sunset, and he says this about why he likes directing plays. Apparently that's what he was doing before.
The last 2 years, I haven't acted in a play. I've directed a play.
Who cares? I like when he talks about legalizing hemp.
But he is happy to be getting back to movies, B5.
This is the greatest job I can imagine. I mean, even some rock stars want to do this job, you know? It's amazing, and I feel really blessed and fortunate.
All right, whatever. Cares.
I love the hemp thing, because they always act like it's not just marijuana. It's
Yeah, they're
plus
making
hemp.
clothing and ropes.
We can make clothes out of it, but it's not legal. You can make rope, clothes. Yeah, because we're so short of other
Yeah, I know a guy who makes his napkins out of hemp. Well, why would I do that? I could just buy napkins. I'll just smoke
We've
that
already
crap.
got napkins.
Yeah, I just want to get high.
Yeah, what about napkins who get you high? That's what...
Anything else,
Renee
Rob?
Zellweger's in Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason, and she was asked where she keeps her Oscar.
It's in my bedroom.
It's with my meatballs by my ass.
I really haven't been home since the morning.
All right, whatever.
I want to hear more about how she gained weight for the role.
For that big waste of time movie?
She gained like 20 pounds. How'd you do it? I don't know. I'm getting fat for free. Where's my Academy
Instead of getting
Award?
fat, why not write a good script?
How'd you do it?
Yeah, I could tell you.
Yeah, I love how people say, I don't know how I got...
Well, she did it
But that's like-
scientifically this time.
Oh, she did?
Well, they treat them like they're like method acting geniuses. They always go on the talk shows like, how'd you do it? I heard you gained 80 pounds for the
Right.
role of Tubbs Magoo in Cries of a Fat Man. How'd you do it? Get taller.
And she's got the healthy kind of fat this time. She did it healthy.
Yeah, she did it
How do you do that?
I don't know. You'd have to ask her.
Why bother?
Some chicks come up and go, I just can't gain weight. I'm like, did you try putting mayonnaise on pizza? That works for me.
There's a science.
Wow, I got fat. Wow.
Anything else?
Seed of Chucky's in theater. Hilly looks back on the kind of films she's made.
Bridget Jones' Diaries didn't make any money, and I got fat for it. Wow.
I look back on my career and I think, like, is there any film that I would not have done? And
Sam Simon's Nightmare.
there's lots of films that I would not want to watch, but I'm happy about all of them that I did. Like, you work with really interesting people.
Honey, let's have dinner and just have a nice conversation.
And you travel to good locations, and sometimes, you know, you get your plumbing fixed.
All right, let's just have dinner. You shut up. Anything else, Robin?
Yes. Liam Neeson is in something called Kenzie.
Yeah, it's supposed to
about
be
the life of that dude who
the
did
Kinsey
all the
report.
surveys.
Yeah, sex surveys.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be very good.
I can imagine. It looks, the previews look really good. Here's Liam on working with his co-star who plays his wife, Laura Linney.
Well, I'm in a good movie. No one's going to see it.
Wow, I'm in a movie called Kenzie. Wow.
We have a lovely dance together, Laura and I. We just
Right.
sort of mesh in a nice way. And rarely do we analyze scenes or anything.
All right, anything else?
Peter Sarsgaard is in it, and he has a full frontal nude scene.
Oh,
in it.
Christ.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's good.
Sweet.
Salma Hayek's a dude, and this guy's naked.
I have never had a problem with doing something like that as long as I felt like it served the story.
I will take a chubby pickle.
In Kinsey, it makes a lot of sense because of what's about to happen in that scene.
Whatever.
How big are your balls?
And that's what's
Thank you so
happening.
much, Robin, and thank you, Greg Giraldo. You
Thank
always
you, Howard.
delight us, and we didn't bump you, if you noticed.
Oh, that was very nice of you. I appreciate it.
Greg Giraldo's new comedy album, Good Day to Cross the River, in stores in a couple of months. Look forward to that. And also, for more information, go to greggiraldo.com. We'll see you
Thanks, man.
tomorrow.
I'd like to put compliments out to Sal the Stockbroker and Richard Christie. They're 1,000 times better than that stuttering prick you used to have.
Hey, life goes on, doesn't it?
They're on fire, man.
Boys are doing a great job. Great job. Love those boys.
They do. They had a lot of great stuff, man.
Right.
Hey, do you ever notice that Fred's asleep all morning until you start making fun of certain people, and then he wakes up?
I do notice that.
If you make fun of Stuttering John, he'll wake up. If you make fun of Dominic, he'll wake up. If you make
Yep, there he goes.
You just woke him up.
He's erupting like Mount St. Helens.
Thanks for noticing, Saw.
if you make fun of Jackie, he'll wake up.
Hey. Nicole Bass is a waker.
You can wake up, Fred. You gotta hit the right button. That's all. Yes, Rick.
Hey.
Hey now.
How you doing?
Hey, brother.
Yeah, I talked to you a couple of weeks ago. The guy that got in an accident and lost my legs, and you brought up the point that if I was a girl and the shoe was on the other foot, so to speak, I would have left her.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen her since Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. And I heard she shacked up some black guy uptown up there.
Oh, dear.
No,
She shacked up with a black guy?
Some black guy with 2 legs, huh?
Yeah,
Some show off.
Yeah.
Show
Well,
off.
3 legs. Roll of top paper.
All right, bro. Sorry.
Hey, yeah, you said, well, maybe I could play a game or something.
No, I don't have that game right
How
now.
long had she held out? Hung in there?
2 months.
Oh.
I was with her for 9 years. I got 2 kids back.
Yeah, I would hold out 2 months, too.
Yeah, that's the general rule.
If I was with a chick who, had no legs and stuff, I'd hang out for 2 months, look like a good guy, and then leave.
Yeah, once my pain pills was gone, she was going.
Right.
And you don't have any prizes, huh?
Not right now, but I'm going to get to you, brother. All right, Don, what's up?
Hey, now.
Hey,
Good
now.
morning.
Hey.
Howard, bubble-headed Star Jones was still going on about a sickening wedding yesterday.
Yeah, people are pretty fed up with it.
Yeah, and she was going on about her vows, better for worse, but she finally confided that she was so in love that even if things didn't get better and for the rest of her life, that she would still be happy.
I don't know. I didn't hear the wedding vows. The only ones I heard were these.
Miss Jones, do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband? And Mr. Reynolds, do you take this enormously fat, annoying pig to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Yes, yes, yes.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may now kiss the pig.
That's the only thing I heard. Anything else in the news, Robin?
Yeah, Rolling Stone magazine has come out with its 500 greatest songs, and I'm sure it's going to lead to controversy. Number 1 was Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan.
That ain't my number 1. Of all times?
Of
no
all
way.
times.
That's
the
not even
500
close.
greatest songs of all time. Number 2 was Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones.
That wouldn't be my number 2, actually. My number 2 would probably be this, Chocula.
Number 3 was Imagine by John Lennon. What's Going On was number 4, the Marvin Gaye song. Number 5 was Respect by Aretha Franklin.
I don't agree. My number 5 would be For What It's Worth.
Yeah.
My money.
Some people note that the list is heavily weighted towards the 60s and the 70s, but Smells Like Teen Spirit did come in at number 9.
Actually smells like Artie's mozzarella sandwich.
Where was My Boo by Usher and Alicia Keys?
Where's-
Not on the list.
Where's Who's High Pitch? By Dan the Song Parody Man. Really?
The Beatles had more songs on the list than any other group at 23.
And what about My Boo?
Oh.
La, 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 la. Wow.
My goodness.
This is not on the list, surprisingly.
I just like vagina.
Really? What about this?
My vagina.
Nope, none of those on the list.
Yes, Hook Nose Mike.
Morning, how
Oh,
are you?
you Hook Nose. I know. Hook Nose Mike.
Yeah.
I like how you drown me out now when
Yeah, I don't like it.
Listen, dude.
Had enough.
I got enough of that.
Dude, that place is going to be a zoo tomorrow over in Union Square, bro.
I'm just going to stroll around. It'll be cool. Anyone who's in the area, come over, and I'm going to be handing out free things.
Are you going to be, like, setting up a table and stuff, or are you just going to be walking the streets?
I don't know.
Yeah, there'll be a table.
Table. I'll make a table. Yeah, because it's a bake sale.
It's a booth, sir.
It's a booth, a kissing booth.
Thank you for setting up a table.
I'm giving out Robin's kisses. It's a kiosk.
Yeah, we're going to have a couple of folding chairs. Cooler.
Dude, listen, where can I get, like, those clips of, like, high pitch going, this is Kelly Clarkson.
Well, really, I don't want to put those in your hands because the public shouldn't have that. We use it. We're professionals.
Right.
Like, we know when to drop it in. You'll just be playing it too much.
You'll abuse it.
I'm a professional phone caller, though.
I don't think you can handle it. Honestly.
You don't think so?
Hello?
Huh? I could probably put together some clips that you would put on your show on a daily basis.
Just come see me in Union Square. I'll hand you something for free.
You got it, brother.
All right.
Nice. Have a good day.
Bye. Who's high pitch? Who's... In his hands, it wouldn't work.
No.
Who's high pitch?
He'll play it at the wrong time.
These things are very special.
This is Kelly Clarkson. Who's high pitch? 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 Who's high pitch?
Completely ruined the song "Who Are You" by the Hoover.
Kelly Clarkson.
Anything else, Robin?
Yes, the Bill Clinton Library is about to open in Little Rock, Arkansas. And
Monica
they
Lewinsky
say,
was a dry hole.
That's right. They are not going to shy away from any details of the president's life in the White House, including
Monica Lewinsky was a dry hole.
They will talk about the impeachment and everything.
Was Monica Lewinsky a dry hole, Mr.
Monica
President?
Lewinsky was a dry hole.
That's what I thought.
NASA unveiled its souped-up new scramjet, and it soared into the record books yesterday, hitting nearly 10 times the speed of sound.
Not only.
7,000 miles per hour, just under Mach 10. Fire! And eventually, that will have an impact on passenger air travel. Here is Professor Richard Morgan about the hypersonic jet.
The applications we're mainly interested here of commercial ones, which would include high-speed cruise around the world for passenger jets.
Yes, right there in the Starfleet uniform.
So you should be very happy.
Yes. We're going up.
Balloon.
We'll be able to get around the world faster.
Yes, on a cruise.
Hey, William Shatner's coming tomorrow. You just get all those Sulu tapes ready.
Balloon knot.
Excuse me, Mr. Shatner.
Balloon knot.
Hello, Bill.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was on Larry King Live last night.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was what?
On Larry King Live last night. He has nothing to do with the campaign to amend the Constitution so that a foreign-born citizen could run for president.
Oh, sure.
But he does believe in the cause.
He happens to believe in it.
I think it makes it look like that this is what I'm aiming for and I'm doing all this in order to reach the next step in orders, which is not the case.
Anyone with a voice that deep must have a big dog.
He does support the movement, though, and he also says that gay people are just like anybody else and deserve the same treatment.
Oh, no, they're not.
D2.
Anything that makes the relationship strong and also gives them the same rights that a married couple has, I think that's the important thing. That
damn right. Hey, he's at least making sense on it.
Yeah, he's not going along just with,
with everything
that conservative line to get a vote.
A person should have a right to get married. Who cares? Do whatever you want.
I don't see how it affects your marriage.
Right.
Osama bin Laden is still at large, and Michael...
No.
Yes, Michael Scheuer.
Maybe he'll show up in Iraq.
The author of Imperial Hubris.
Hubris.
Hubris. lists 3 times reasons why the CIA failed to get Osama bin Laden, E4.
We were afraid of what the Europeans would think of us. We were afraid of reaction in the Muslim world. And of all things, we were one time afraid we were going to kill an Arab prince who was dining with bin Laden.
Mr. Scheuer believes that Al-Qaeda has been weakened but are quick to organize if needed, E5.
On a whole, the organization has been hurt severely in terms of leadership by the clandestine service of the United States. But I think it's a well-prepared organization. It's an organization that has always has successors ready to step into place.
Yeah.
And so that's why we've left them alone. And
yeah.
Hi, Daddy.
Guess who's going to be on Law and Order tonight?
High pitch?
No.
Hi, Law and Order.
Joe Piscopo.
Who's High Pitch?
Who's Joe Piscopo?
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Elizabeth Rome is one of the regulars on the show. Here she shares her thoughts on Joe Piscopo, A2.
She has thoughts about it.
Yeah.
We're working with Joe Piscopo. I've worked with him before. I think when I first started working with Joe on Law & Order and then getting to know him more socially, there are those actors that you've seen, that you know of, that inspire...
Come on. Stop it.
She couldn't think of anything to say about Joe Piscopo.
20 minutes in, she hasn't said anything.
Nigga, please.
No, that's not right. Vin Diesel's The Chronicles of Riddick has hit the DVD store. You can go pick it up and have your own copy.
Should I get that? Seriously, I mean, I haven't seen that. Is that good? It looks
I
like
don't think so.
No?
I don't think it's up your alley.
All
right. He was asked if it was important for him also to serve as the producer of The Chronicles of Riddick. B1.
You know, this was 5 years.
I can't stand his voice. Why wouldn't I like that, though? It's an action film, right?
It's not good.
Yeah. Damn.
Now, let's check your rum balls.
He always sounds like he's moving his bowels.
Yeah.
The making. And had I not been a producer, we might not have gotten this film made, but I was pushing to get...
Pushing is right.
And he says his mother had an interesting insight into his character.
My mom said something interesting about the Riddick.
My mom said something interesting. I bet it's real interesting.
My mom said something
I love big men's rum balls.
Unlike me, my mom said something interesting.
Character. She said that unlike these other characters, that.
All right, anything else, Robin?
He ruined his mom's interesting thought.
I'm really dying to know what she said.
Yeah, I'm not.
You can't stand listening to him, though.
No.
Lynn Cheney has written a book called When Washington Crossed the Delaware, a wintertime story for young patriots. And she says it's important for children to learn about heroes like George Washington. B3.
One of the men said in a
shut up.
diary that he wrote.
It's important to who? Is it important? Nothing's important.
He said, I touched...
I'm going to hell in a handbasket. She's worrying about George Washington.
He'd be appalled at what's going on at this point in time.
Anything else?
Lynn Cheney says minorities had an important role in crossing the Delaware.
There were people of African descent fighting in the Revolution, and many members of the Marblehead Battalion were of African descent.
Did she just call African Americans Marbleheads? Dare you.
Many members of
They
the
were sailors.
Burrhead
They were
Battalion.
fishermen.
The Burrhead Commission.
They lived in Massachusetts and made their living on the water.
All right.
Excuse me?
Worried about the blacks being represented.
Yeah, this book is relevant since Washington's been dead for 300 years.
She must have known Washington. She says he wasn't very,
thank you.
wasn't a very approachable person. B5.
He demanded great respect. And there's a story, I wish I could remember exactly who it was, of a man who came up and touched him once, kind of patted him on the back, as politicians are wont to do. And he bridled, he bristled at this. So I'm not sure he would be easy to chat with unless you knew him very well.
He's not warm like your husband?
Yeah, she must be into those kind of guys.
Yeah, he doesn't have an approachable...
Go back to Vin Diesel.
My husband's very approachable and warm.
All right, thank you,
That's
Robin.
what's happening.
Tonight on E! Sandy Taylor and her hot friend in wet T-shirts. See, those two put on tiny white tank tops as Artie hoses them down with his
a
big...
super soaker.
With a super soaker. Then Sandy's hot friend gets in the tickle chair. Wet and Wild Wednesday tonight on E! We'll see you tomorrow. I'll be on Letterman tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And that's that. Radio Star. Hey now. I was picking my nose in the bathroom during the break, and a big booger was hanging out of my nose, and I went, I should just walk out like this and wait to see if someone notices it. Then I got to thinking, though, but then everyone will think that I didn't really know. And
well, you could find out a lot about people if they would tell you or they wouldn't, if they would just let it hang.
It would be interesting. And then I started creating a new TV show off of that. I was thinking, wouldn't it be interesting, like, could Brad Pitt get laid if he was in a bar with a booger hanging out of his nose? Like, would chicks care?